What's up, everybody?
Hey, welcome.
What's happening?
Yep, just got that just in time. Damn.
Yep.
For some reason, it takes Facebook a minute to catch up to the counter. I was at 19 already when I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
that was fast.
It does give us enough time to get everything up and rolling, so we're not just kind of like going live and then just kind of looking here, going, "Oh, are we live? We're live."
Yeah. Hey, Dana, what's going
Yep.
on, man?
Dana, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
So,
So,
yep, we are back once again with the Metalheads Unite podcast here on a Friday night, back on
mhm.
our regular scheduled time and date. We are keeping the streak alive again this week. Hopefully, you guys will bear with me just a little bit. I was telling Jason and the guys backstage before the show, I am fighting off a little bit of a cold, so hopefully, I don't sound too bad. But I'll try not to cough and sniff and sneeze in your ear. I'll try to hit the mute button as often as I can. So just trying to muddle through this thing here. So
I want to do a quick shout out before we bring these guys in. I wanted to give a shout out for a couple of releases that kind of came out today that everybody should be aware of.
Yeah.
Our friends from Never Fade actually released their second single today, which is pretty awesome.
Assassin,
Yeah, pretty cool too.
badass.
Yeah, it's a little Iron Maidenish, I think. So
Yes,
it's a little old school Iron Maiden hint in there. So
great video too.
and then good friends of Dana, the dude, they actually released a new song today, which is fucking bad. I love that song, dude. I've already listened to it like 3 times.
I
Just-
still need to listen to it, but I'm
it's so good, dude. I told him I wasn't really familiar with a lot of their older stuff, but yeah, I mean it's and the amount of new music from older bands like Bleed From Within, All That Remains, Mushroom Head even released a new song.
Yeah, that's going to be
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that album. That's going to be good.
Hollow Front and the Browning released, and it was kind of crazy. They just toured together, and now they're releasing songs on the same day. So,
oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, and then Anvil released a new song.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Axel Rudy Pale had a new album out, which
I did know.
Yeah, I mean, this dude's putting out stuff like every year. Seems like.
And that was actually a little that Axel Rudy Pell was a little bit of a delay. I think it was originally slated to come out a week or two ago because I remember
was it? Okay.
I remember seeing it on the list a couple weeks ago. Because I remember we talked about it because one of us had mentioned is like, oh shit, Axel Rudy Pell is still doing music, because I remember us talking about it briefly. So I think it got pushed back a little bit, but yeah, it did come out today.
Then another band I've been talking back and forth with, Malice Dextra. They had a new release on a new album, and then also my favorite one of the week, of course, was Armored Saint. I didn't know if you realized they had a new single come out today. So.
No, I didn't. All I knew is that that Category 7 supergroup had come out with something. I didn't know Armored Saint had a new single out. I'm gonna check that out.
Yep, Armored Saint new single. So
I'm driving to Chattanooga tomorrow, so I'll probably take a listen to the new music playlist on my way down the interstate there. So,
Ain't Amy, welcome to the show.
Aloha, Amy.
Yep.
And since we're doing shout outs real quick, I'm going to do one here because, we've been having live guests the last few weeks, which has been fantastic, but we've been out of our regular format. So I just want to give a quick shout out real quick to my wife. Her birthday was 2 days ago. So Happy birthday to my wife.
I don't know how they salute, but however, do it different with each hand. There you go. So you make sure you get it right. But anyway, without further ado, I want to bring in our guest for this week. A band out of Topeka, Kansas.
Yeah. Yes.
And for some reason, I kept thinking, man, I thought we interviewed somebody from Kansas before, but I guess
we did.
Did we?
Yes, we did. Elevate.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes, we did.
Well,
and as we will find out here in just a little bit, if the guys are listening to us, if the guys can hear us right now, I'm sure they can. There is a little bit of a Elevate tie-in here, so we'll find out about that in just a second.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Nice. I'm glad you remembered that. So,
yep.
But anyway, we're going to bring in this band from Topeka, Kansas, called Bleed the Victim. If you haven't checked those guys out, they just had a new EP out earlier this year called Serenades of Agony, which is badass. And if you haven't checked out their earlier stuff, I suggest you do that as well, because that's what I've been doing all day, is brushing up on the older stuff. So it's been a very good musical day. I think I had that stuff on repeat like so many times, and I didn't even realize I had listened to it that many times. My wife was like, "You gonna listen to this all day?" I'm like, I said
Maybe.
I said the band, yes, not the same album, but
Personally, I personally still need to check out a couple of the EPs myself. I need to check out the debut EP, and I need to check out Iridium. But I obviously checked out Serenades of Agony, and I've listened to Flawless Execution a couple times. Their one LP that they did.
Right.
So I was a little bit further behind you, but I am going to make up for that lost time probably this weekend. So
cool. Well, without further ado, let's bring the guys in here. So I think looks like we're gonna have a full crew up in here. So, yeah, first time in a while we've had to do that. So
that's right.
That's pretty good. So, hey guys, welcome.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Well, yeah.
Cheers, boys.
I got here. Let's see. Hang on. Water.
Yeah. You're that cold, brother. You're that cold.
This interview is
Dutch Bros. Hey,
this interview is sponsored by Dutch Bros.
Shit, if only.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I take that too. So
yeah, I would take that too.
One day, maybe,
guys.
One day maybe we'll get there. But
yeah, we're working on it.
So I guess if you guys want to introduce yourselves, since you all are kind of there, and kind of let everybody know who's who here. So
I'm Toby Sanders. I'm the bass player, backup vocalist.
I'm Tyler Shuford, lead guitar player.
Alec Johnson, lead vocal, lead guitar player.
Brett Johnson, drums, and we're brothers.
Lead drums.
Oh, nice.
Lead drum. Yeah, drums, cool. Yeah. Who's the backup drummer?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Some Slipknot stuff going on
there.
Yeah. Oh man, it's pretty cool. But I guess like my thing was we mentioned a band that we interviewed from that area called Elevate, and I think you guys have gotten a little relationship with or tie in there from the band.
Yeah, I was at Elevate for a little bit. Okay. It was probably like 9 months. I mean, it was fun. It was hard to drive to Kansas City every day. It's about an hour and 10-minute drive for me.
Gotcha.
Twice a week. They're cool cats, man. They're great dudes, and they play great music. And I don't know. It's kind of hard when you have a project, man. When you join other bands, it's everything I write, I just want it to be this project. So it's tough to fucking write for other bands, man.
Yeah. But it was cool seeing you up there with like other people, watching Alec play from like a different perspective of being on stage with them. It was pretty cool to see. So
it was fun.
That's cool.
A lot of rolling rock back in the day.
Yeah, rolling rock.
Yeah, they loved
a lot of rolling rock.
Yeah, we like those guys over at Elevate. They're pretty cool dudes. So
yeah, they're awesome. Right down the road.
Yeah, so that's cool. I kept saying, I said, man, I know we touched somebody from Kansas, and then you hit that up. Yeah, the scene there seems like, to me, it wouldn't be as broad because you only have like Topeka and a couple of bigger towns there, and the rest of it's just kind of flatland. So it's kind of like if you're not
Lawrence, Kansas.
Lawrence,
Here between Lawrence and Topeka and Kansas City. I mean, a lot has happened in the past, like a couple of recent years. A lot of venues shut down, all that, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's very weird, man, because if you're a band that's like 2.5 hours away, an hour away, like everybody just kind of, it's like the same network in this little Midwest spot that we have.
Right.
It's always like shows with like the same bands, which is not like on local openers for big bands. It's always like the same circle of bands that come through and do it. And it's weird, man. It's definitely very broad. It's out there, dude. A lot of the same bands.
Yeah, we actually interviewed a band out there called Lifeform from Idaho last year, and that was kind of like, wow, I didn't know they had music in Idaho, but
they got potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes.
Idaho is actually really beautiful, man. If you ever go to Idaho, it's awesome.
Well, I'm sure I'll make it out there eventually. My wife's we got to visit all 50 states phase, so we'll eventually get out there.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife and I are wanting to do the same thing eventually too, kind of like a 50 state bucket list at some point too. But
yeah, I had to pick my daughter up from Colorado Springs one time and drive her back home when she was moving back home from there, and like we drove through Kansas, and I was just like, man, is this state ever fucking end? Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, where are you guys from? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Sorry. We're based near Nashville, Tennessee. So.
Awesome.
Nice. I'm originally from Ann Arbor, Michigan, but I've been living down here for a while. So
nice.
We've always wanted to come down there and play.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of venues here, man. Like there's plenty of them. So
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the thing is, like, you got to get on like a tour that's kind of affordable to where it makes it affordable for everybody to play the venues, because there's a lot of expensive ones here. So,
Right.
I believe it.
Yeah. Well, and having to fight with the country music industry too.
right.
So, I mean, there are
Big
plenty.
part down there.
Yeah, there are plenty of places to play, but I mean, you do kind of have to, kind of like nudge your way in and be like, well, we're here.
Right. But
We're here.
it seems like it's so heavily music based down there that like you're gonna have an audience for almost whatever you play. Then
oh yeah, you
That-
go
that
down.
is-
Yeah,
like there's not much of a following in a lot of places. But
yeah, you can go down Broadway and there's a bar for every genre of music.
there really is. I mean, it's Nashville got its reputation from country music, of course, but I mean, you're talking decades ago, WSM and Grand Ole Opry and stuff like that, which all that stuff is still around, of course. But yeah, I mean, Jason and I have gone to so many concerts in Nashville at so many different places. And so, I mean, I wouldn't, and there's a lot of bands who come to Nashville to record. Warbringer just literally finished recording there.
Yeah.
I think they're up to their
Man.
7th album now. But yeah, Warbringer literally just finished recording their album in the past 10 days. I think I saw something on
Really?
Instagram where they just finished their album. They're
Wait, you just not gonna tell me about this? You knew I was gonna stalk them. That's why you didn't tell me.
You didn't. I figured you knew. I figured you knew. 'Cause,
yeah,
I mean,
dude,
we're following-
their
following
album
on
"Worlds
Instagram.
Torn Asunder," I just randomly got it at Best Buy. Yeah, I just saw it on the rack and I was like, "Oh, that looks cool."
We were like 9th, 10th grade, man. We were young cats, and I don't know, man. He's seen it. He's like, this thing looks sick. We were into that like re-thrash era,
Yeah.
When we first started, it was like we were a thrash band. It's very different now, growing as artists, whatever, blah blah. But yeah, we were a thrash band, dude. We love thrash, and when we listened to Worlds Torn Asunder, it was awesome. It is hard to say,
Especially when you're drunk.
but yeah, Treacherous Tongue is my favorite on that album. They changed the way I even thought about playing, dude. That is like one of the greatest re-thrash bands.
Yeah, that's my favorite Warbringer album for sure.
Yeah, Warbringer's definitely a bucket list concert for me. So
Yeah. Yeah.
They're sick, man. They're sick live. I saw them 10 years ago. We all seen them 10 years ago, but they're sick, man.
yeah, they don't get through this way much, so it's kind of hard to catch them. So
Yeah, I think let's see. I think they may have actually been here within the last 18 to 24 months or so, because I seem to remember maybe it was when Guar came through. Was Warbringer on that Guar
I
tour?
don't think so. I
know they were here.
I thought they were scheduled to be here, and then COVID hit, and then everything got shut down. That's
That might be what I'm thinking of, because I know that they were slated to play here at some point.
Because I remember at that point that happened, because I was bitching, because I was like, man, damn, one time
That may have been it.
all this shit happens, but
that may have been it. All right, so everyone in the group has been around since the beginning, except for Toby came in a couple years ago. Tell us how. I mean, obviously, Alec and Brett, you guys, have the relationship built in. So tell us how the band actually came to be here. So.
The outsider.
I mean, I think what's crazy, it's a pretty crazy story, man, because we were all really good friends. So me and Alec were in the same grade all throughout school, and then Brett was 2 years ahead of us. And so me and Alec, I moved school districts, and we became friends like 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. We got to be like really good friends. And then 7th and 8th grade, we didn't really talk much. But then 9th grade, we had like one class together.
Music happened.
And then I brought a Randy Rhoads magazine into that class one time, and he was like, "You like Randy Rhoads?" I was like, "Yeah, man." So during the 7th and 8th grade, when we didn't really talk or hang out or anything, all three of us started picking up our instruments during that period. So we didn't even know, each other really during that time. But then in 9th grade, he was like, "You play guitar?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I play guitar." And so he was like, "Me too." So he was like, "And Brett drums, dude." So we had already been friends, so we knew each other quite well. And then we just kind of got more acquainted, and then started jamming together, started playing Metallica covers. And then, after that, it just was like, okay, let's start writing our own music. And that's what it turned into. So
It was long summers. Every summer it was just him over at our house just jamming. And we had done that for 2 years before we even played our first show. So we made sure everything was.
It was like 8-hour days, dude. We were young at the point where, like, yeah, we had jobs, but dude, when you're that hungry teenage angst of jamming, bro, like we had that hunger, dude. We jammed 8-hour days. He would stay usually about maybe 5 days, even if a weekend. All it was jamming, just jamming.
And there was no other outside like worries. We didn't have to worry about paying rent and all that. It was pretty easy when we started out. So like I think we got off to a quick start and all made good chemistry, which them two have always had. I feel like, but even nowadays they'll just randomly jam and we should just turn that into a song sometimes, guys. But anyway, but yeah, I think we built the chemistry pretty quick between the three of us, just because we spent every day almost, like just every day, just either practicing on our own or jamming together. So yeah, it came together pretty quick.
And then Toby came in late because he was the 8th or 9th vocalist for Skid Row at the time. So I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with
He's still getting his paychecks.
Yeah.
10 vocalists.
Go ahead, Toby. Tell your story.
My story.
Yeah. When did you join, Toby? Well, Metal Encyclopedia has it a little wrong. I think Toby's first show was at 2021.
2021.
Yeah, they say it's 2022 on there, but
right.
it was Toby joined during the COVID stuff, so it was kind of we were out of bass player. We were going to continue as a 3-piece and just do our own bass tracks in the studio and hire on a bass player live. But Toby's been a friend. He was in Horacle. Horacle's the sickest Topeka band, dude. Horacle, we look up to Horacle so much. Horacle was the shit, and Toby's always been a close friend of me and Tyler and Brett's, just outside of band and music shit. So he's joined in 2021. He had to have, because it's not 2022. I know it's not.
It's 2021.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was in Horacle. Our first show was in 2003. I'm 10 years older than Tyler, about 8 years older than Brett.
He's Father Time of the band. That's Father Time, yeah.
So my first show, they were still in 5th grade, and when I joined that, I was 17. But we were 3-piece for a long time, cycling in rhythm guitar players, and Tyler actually was in the band for about 2 years.
Yeah, it was almost 2 years.
10 years. You guys got to open up for Overkill.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We opened up for we had a nice little
look up Oracle on YouTube, man. I'm telling you, they're sick. They're sick.
I have to do just an interview with Toby.
Yeah, that'll be another episode. Yeah.
But no, we disbanded in 2017. So he was in the band, so I was friends with him and played shows with Bleed the Victim. And I remember me and my guitar player at the time, we just would watch them play shows and be like, dude, I wish we were in this band. It's crazy. But how good they were. It was in like 2016 when we first played with
the first Metal Fest.
2013. Yeah, we were 18.
First, you guys were young kids.
17, 18.
That was the Metal Fest, right? The first one.
At Gooskin.
Said, man, you guys are better than us. We need to pick our game because this is crazy. So
Toby, Toby, once you got the gig, was he the first person you called and been like, hey, guess what?
So every band has a curse, man. Our curse is the bass player. The curse has been sealed. We're good now. We've exonerated that curse, but
we're done. Of course.
Yeah, dude. Well, we've had a couple of badass players. We had Matt, Mushu, Damon, James Bass. We've had multiple, but
that was good to know.
They're not gonna know. I gotta give them shout outs, bro. But no, dude, life happens and it is what it is. But the core has always been me, Brett, Tyler. Like that's the fucking Tyler, Brett, and I. But it's always been like the core of the Bleed the Victim shit. I couldn't do it without these cats. But Toby, he's been such a close friend for so long that it
just felt right.
He's the last bass player, bro. Because if he can't work in this, then we can't work. Like, there's no way. Because this dude's the coolest fucking cat. But Metal Encyclopedia or whatever has got it wrong. It's 2021, not 2022.
All right. Well, we're gonna work. Well, we're gonna work on getting that fixed. So I'm gonna. Yeah.
It's a big deal, dude.
It is a big deal.
I need to know my anniversary.
Yeah.
We're gonna forget eventually.
Hey, Jason, I want to put Toby on the spot here. Will you share my screen for a second? Toby has a favorite shirt.
Yeah, dude, Oracle, dude, there he is.
He's got a favorite shirt.
He's got a favorite shirt.
Bro,
Exact same shirt.
bro. Yeah, dude.
Fenders in that one.
Beastman wearing the fucking shit.
Dude, hey, I'm
Those are
telling you
probably
guys.
Tom Fords, dude.
I know we're loud, but that dude, look up Oracle in Spare Time. Listen to the Immortals album, dude. It's really fucking good. We looked up to these guys. We were kids watching him jam and being like, "Holy shit!" He's looking at us the same way. Like, I want to be in this band. I want to be in that band, dude. It's magic, dude.
And actually, they were one of the first bands to actually reach out and like try to really get us connected with people and stuff in the scene. And so,
well, Justin Payne from Unmerciful too. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Unmerciful. They're huge out of the Midwest. You guys ever heard of Origin? You know Origin, the death metal band. It's Unmerciful. Dude, they're huge. But Unmerciful, Justin Payne from Unmerciful gave us our first shot, and he hit up the drummer Alex from Oracle and said, "Give them their first show in Topeka." We probably already played like maybe 7 shows at that point. Yeah, we played Topeka the first time. It was with Oracle, and Unmerciful's a big shout out, and just Topeka in general, dude. The fucking.
were you working at the T-shirt factory at that point? Okay, so
I got on the job.
okay, so Toby and Alex Meismer, the drummer, they were working at a T-shirt printing shop at the time, and so they asked us to be on this metal fest that they sponsor. You know, they put together, and
we had no merch,
so we didn't have anything.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's like Alex said, it was like our 7th show, and so they were like, "Yeah, we'll get you." They printed us like 50 shirts for free, and so we were able to have some merch and stuff, and yeah, they were super helpful in us kind of just getting a foot into the scene, and especially Topeka. But from there, it just grew into every other city. So
These hands made those shirts. And to sum up the question,
small world.
It was a really small connection. Topeka is kind of a small town and the surroundings, Ozaki, but it's kind of hard to find musicians into the same thing. So it almost just made sense.
Yeah.
It's very weird how it happened. Yeah.
I'm not in the band now. They need a bass player. It was almost meant to be.
Their sound was the closest to ours, yeah.
Well, and Toby's not only just the playing, but he's the coolest dude ever of the time. So yeah,
the personalities get along well. It was easy to fit in.
Well, that's a big plus.
That definitely helps, yeah.
And we know how personalities clash just from the Metallica stories. So
god,
yeah.
Goddamn legends, dude.
Yeah. But I mean, it's another but it's cool because it's another example of metalheads looking out for each other, whether it's other fans, other bands, whatever. You guys coming on our show, us reaching out to you guys, someone hooking you guys up with stuff to sell to sell at a fest, at no cost. I mean, that's great looking out right there. That's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great.
It comes down to that community of the metal, dude. The community, man. It's a different community, dude.
I've heard it.
Yeah, I want to call out your fans though on Facebook because I've only been following you guys since May 27th, and I'm already got a top fan badge, so I don't know what they're doing.
Me too.
Hey, claim it. Claim it.
Yeah, put it out there.
Claim it.
Oh, I did. I claimed it.
We'll want that too.
Me too. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I claim all that stuff. I claim it mainly because it pops up more in my feeds when I do that. So if anything new comes up, it pops up. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because a lot of times we don't get a lot of the new stuff, and we've missed some stuff sometimes because the source we get doesn't have it everything all the time. I mean, most of the time it's pretty accurate, but sometimes it'll miss 1 or 2 or something, and I'll see something on YouTube and I'm like, what the fuck?
How did I miss that? Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, we don't have. We have some pretty good sources that we've discovered over the last 3.5 years of trying to get, to keep up with content and find out who's who and who's coming out with what. But I mean, it is just the 2 of us, So I mean, and this isn't something we can dedicate 8, 10, 12 hours a day to as much as we'd like to. So yeah, I mean, stuff does kind of, squeak by us sometimes, but
even your guys' fucking Helevate relation is like, yeah, you guys did some goddamn research.
Oh yeah, you knew everybody's name. You knew Toby wasn't like, long-standing bass player in our band. Like it was
Hey, to us,
do a lot of
to
stuff.
us, you guys are doing great, man. You guys are doing great to us.
We try to
Just
keep
bad,
it. We
but hell yeah.
And
Yeah,
out of
we-
curiosity, how'd you guys hear about Bleed the Victim? I don't know if you already said that, but how did we come across your plate?
Well, it was we use Heavy Music HQ as our albums source for every week, and the EP was on that list. So we
Oh,
we
yeah.
kind of pick out whatever. I actually picked you guys out, and I was like, hey, I'll check these guys out. And
What song did you listen to off the EP? If it was the whole EP on it?
the whole EP was like it's just a
Yeah,
word.
it's
it's not like a playlist or nothing.
yeah, it's
so,
a
yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah, it's a weekly new release list, and what we do.
But I could tell them what song it was.
Yeah, and
'cause
what
I actually saved it to my likes as soon as I heard it. So
yeah, what we
it was
what,
it was Back to Formula.
Yeah.
the one was
First-
the one.
title
I
of
Nice.
first track.
Yeah.
What Jason and I decided to do here on the show, as far as what our specialty is and some of our listeners and viewers will probably roll their eyes because we've gone through this many times. But we're making another introduction to a new band here. So I mean, you guys are introducing yourselves to us. Let's make our introduction. So what Jason and I decided to do, as far as our niche, our specialty kind of thing here, is we want to get bands out there. Metallica, Static X, Maiden, Megadeth, Metallica, all those guys, Five Finger Death Punch, Ozzy, all those.
The legend.
Yeah. We as metalheads, we all know who they are.
Yeah, they don't need us.
what we decided to do was to be a source for us being a little guy in the heavy metal kind of scene. We wanted to help out our fellow little guy. At least little guy as far as we were concerned, because Jason,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and our origin story, more or less, at the end of 2020, I was hanging out over at Jason's house, and I think it was somewhere in the fall. And we light a fire, we sit around, we shoot the shit, and we listen to heavy metal. And this one night, a song came across. I think it may have been "Bow Down to the Clowns."
I think that was it. Yeah,
I think it was "Bow Down to the Clowns" by Onslaught. And it was right around the time that Generation Antichrist came out.
Mm-hmm.
And we were both like, who in the hell is this band? And come to find out that it was Onslaught, that their album had just come out. And also come to find out that Onslaught formed in 1985. Fast forward to 2020, and and being a couple lifelong metalheads, we are discovering a band that's 35 years into their career. And we kind of like talked to each other about it. I was like, if we didn't know about this band and that they just had an album come out, how many other bands are we missing? And, how can we find out about them and all that other shit? So beginning of 2021, we started the podcast and we decided to make that our thing, so every week when Heavy Music HQ has their new release, we go through and we pick at least one album by a band that is new to us. They may not necessarily be new, because there's a band that I discovered last week out of France that formed in 1979. They had an 11 year hiatus, but so they've been around almost as long as I've been alive, because I was born in 1978. So they've been around almost as long as I've been alive, and I just listened to them for the first time last week. So we decided that would be our thing. So we pick an album or an EP by a band that is new to us. And then, if we listen and we we reach out and we try to set something up like this. So that's kind of the thing that we decided to be our specialty. We wanted to do our part to try to get bands exposure, try to expand the scene, because, we are of the opinion that metal is international, as you can tell by some of the bands we've interviewed. We've gone all over Europe. We've gone to Australia. We've gone to Iceland. We've gone, here, there, and everywhere, just about. So plenty of bands here in the United States, of course. So we decided that was going to Idaho. Idaho. So we decided that was going to be our thing,
Yeah, we spent the first year just trying to develop a format pretty much. What can we do in this 2-hour slot? We can do news, we can do this and that. We've changed it up a little bit here and there. We've been pretty solid with that on our regular shows, which I don't know at this point. I probably don't remember how to do, but
we've had. But
honestly, this is what we set out to do. I told him when we last year. I said, man, we went from interviewing 12 bands in 2022 to 20 last year, and now we're on mark to like do double that probably this year if everything goes well. So, and I said, if I spend here, if I'm here every week just interviewing bands, I said that's more bands we put out in front of everybody.
Absolutely.
I'm okay with, and they don't have to listen.
Awesome. That's awesome service to the industry, man.
And they don't have to listen to me put them to sleep with news stories. So that's always a
well,
good
the
thing.
bands are never going to run out, bro. So it's job security.
I was going to say
that's right. Yeah, right.
Unfortunately, you guys can't do this with every single band because there's
too many. Yeah,
well, right.
Now every day, but.
Yeah,
we usually try, and I hate that we don't. We do this, like we do this, and we listen to stuff, and it's not like we don't think that some bands deserve to be on here, but it's just like, okay, we reach out, and then like I had three irons in the fire when you guys reached back to me, so I was just like, all right, cool, well, this is what we got, man. You're first up, so first come, first serve. So it's like, man. It's like, all we can do is just put a line in the water, and if anybody bites, they bite. If not, then no hard feelings. I understand you're a band. You're going to be busy sometimes. So, especially if you're.
Well, thanks for giving us the time and the chance, man. Appreciate that.
Not only that, but what's really crazy is it was just supposed to be me, Brett, and Toby tonight, but Tyler, he lives in Wichita. And he didn't tell anybody he was coming up. He just showed up. I was like, "Hell yeah, dude, let's get it done." Like,
I told him a week ago, dude. No, I never did.
He never told anybody.
No, I never did.
He's like, you ain't doing this shit without me.
I wanted to surprise everybody, so I just showed up.
He's taking. I think he's taking either grabbing a beer break or pee break. Grab me one too, Tyler.
Grab him a piss while you're out there.
My son's in Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts. He's at a camp. They had a campfire.
Okay.
Thanks. You actually showed up right on time. Yeah.
I cheered to get here. So,
like Brett was saying, we appreciate you guys doing what you guys do because it's fucking cool. You guys never run out of work. It's what you love doing. Enjoy like interviewing bands, dude. Like if you guys have an interest in that, dude, like. We appreciate being on here, bro. Like it's crazy. We come across these about once every maybe twice a year, maybe once a year, dude. We don't ever do this type of shit. This is badass. Like this is the shit.
Well, we appreciate that, man. So
man. Yeah.
Well,
so appreciate you.
Well, and also like you guys are not only doing the live streaming with us, but like we're able to share that and like hopefully people continue to watch it later on. And I think people really like watching interviews and stuff with the band. That way, I get to know them more personally. Yeah,
right.
So,
it's just
a great way to express ourselves.
It's just like you guys just corrected Encyclopedia Metallum on this quote. So, I mean, that happens. You know what I'm saying? So we can get.
They're pretty good, though. I will say they're pretty damn good.
They are.
Some crazy stuff.
Whoever that is doing that, they know their stuff.
You got to do it like this.
Oh, I'm sure there's a team of people. It ain't probably just one or two people. I'm sure. But, it'd be hard to keep up with just one person.
Yeah, because I mean, just the amount of content on that website is unreal. It's probably as about as comprehensive as you're going to get. So I mean, just by law of averages, something is every now and then something's going to need a little bit of a tweak. So I actually work with a guy who is the lead singer of a metalcore band that has here in Tennessee that has since broken up, but he's got another project that he's starting. But their band was, I'm pretty sure they still are. Their band is on Encyclopedia Metallum. And the funny thing is at the time when I looked up the band, he wasn't even listed as the singer. So I went in and I made a submission request to get that changed, and you can do that. You can put in a request to get some of the content changed. And the funny thing is like, you put in the submission and you put in what the submission is, and they're like, how do you know this is legit? And I was like, I work with the guy. Send. So,
No, it's literally like Wikipedia, man. It really is. Like anybody can go in there and be like, hey, you messed up on this, or hey, can you add this to it? Like, it's that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I do that a lot of times. I get my birthdays from what's that site called? I don't even remember now. I have to go back and look.
Well, hell, it was. Well, you bring up birthdays earlier.
It was heavy metal in history is what it's called on this day, pretty much. Yeah. And
well,
like I can add stuff in there that they don't have, like, because I use them and Loudwire, because a lot of times they don't have what Loudwire does and vice versa. Yeah. So I usually try to cover everybody's birthdays as well as I can. But yeah, I usually go in there and be like, hey, this and this and this, and just so I don't have to go into. At some point, hopefully, I don't have to go into two sources. That's I'm trying to help myself out in the future. So,
well, it's funny that you mentioned birthdays and everything, because I posted that one birthday announcement for Charlie Benante earlier in the week, and you were like, his birthday's in November. I was like, well, fuck, I just shared a post. That's all I did.
And Udo's is in like April, I think. So.
Oh, I shared that one too, didn't I?
Yeah. That's like I get those too, and I always have to go and look to make sure they're legit. I'm like, wait a minute, that don't sound right, because the only reason I remember, because I was like, man, that ain't been that long ago. I know I put Udo on something not long ago.
Well,
that's the only reason that it clicked with me to go look. I was like, oh yeah, that was in April.
Well, you are the one that really does do the birthday list. Like I say, I was just sharing a post, just trying to.
Yeah.
Hopefully trying to
help me out a little bit.
Yeah, I was hopefully trying to keep the content fresh and up to date, and here I am, like 5 months early on Charlie Benante's birthday. And watch, in November I'll forget. So
yeah.
Hey, you're the first one, bro. I guarantee you're the first one that told him happy birthday.
That's right. Yeah.
No competition there.
Yeah.
There's
getting out ahead of it.
And we got a friend in the comment section too, Dana Horn. He's over with Metal and Tats. They do a lot of stuff too. So he helps organize some shows and stuff sometimes. So a lot of stuff in
the metal scene here in the Middle Tennessee area.
Yeah.
And down into Alabama and
Florida.
Periodically they get down to like the Brass Mug and Tampa and stuff like that. So
nice.
Yeah.
We actually had him on the show last week and talking to him about all that he does for the show. So
Dana's
kind of a lateral cohort. So we kind of do two separate things, but we have the same end game, I guess. Is the best way to put it. So
we collaborate.
Kind of have a guy like that.
Yeah, we collaborate all the time. So.
Yeah, he just said if you could get to Tennessee on September 14th, he has an open slot.
Goodness gracious! What day of the week is that? I got to pop on my calendar real quick.
It's a Saturday, maybe.
Well, I think most of his shows are on Saturday.
It is a Saturday, actually. Yeah, it's a Saturday. I just
really looked. You guys have that shit popped up that fast? Goddamn! Get in touch after the interview. They're like,
he's like,
the previous comment he had made was talking about Metal and Tats.
Right.
It was funny because
you don't put a bumper sticker on a Mercedes-Benz, dude.
Literally, I think we're probably the only band of members that none of us have tattoos.
Wow, really? Okay.
Wow.
One tattoo within the whole band.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That is crazy. I think any of the money that we would have spent on tattoos went towards buying new guitars and
and
various other things.
Coors Light for sure.
I was about to say,
Coors Light.
When I have a tattoo in mind, think about that Coors Light. I'm like, I can't do it. I gotta get that tattoo.
Well, I mean, you can talk to Coors Light about getting a tattoo, and they can sponsor it. See, then you can make money off of it. So.
I've actually emailed
tell them this story.
I could go find it, but I won't. But I emailed them probably 6 years ago, and I was like, hey, all we drink is Coors Light. We love Coors Light, and we basically just want to be sponsored. How do we do that? And they gave me another email to email, and I never emailed them. But
they said something like they were already asking how many shows.
Yeah, it was
a year.
You got to have
sponsorship type shit,
right?
So
a follow, you know, that way.
But it was just funny that he emailed them and they actually like got back to him saying, "Oh, you guys are a band? Like, how many shows do you play? What are your other sponsorships? What do you do?" And it was just like, we weren't ready for this. We just want free beer. Kerry King from Slayer gets free Jaeger. We want free Coors Light.
Right. That's all we want, man. Nothing else.
That's all we want.
It might have been a bot.
Yeah.
Well, see, I mean, they could just like just get one of the vans, have Coors Light in it, and tote your shit for you. I mean, that's
I know.
that's a win-win. That's a win-win, man.
Yes.
I was like, we'll sponsor, you know, we'll represent you guys everywhere we go. We'll get people to, you know, go to the bar and buy Coors Light all the time. And so every show we play, we'll just say, hey, buy Coors Light. You know, the Coors Light sales will go up. I promise you. But
Yeah,
no,
no, probably
I
would.
don't know. We didn't get too deep into it, but eventually, even locally, we're definitely
After
known,
this
like,
drink, we'll make it happen.
even within Kansas City, people are like, you know, if we're drinking anything else than the Coors Light, which we don't, but if we are, they'll come up to us and be like, "Why aren't you drinking the Coors Light?" And they just know about it.
Because Coors Light boys.
It's been like probably 6 or 7 years we've just been, you know, popping the Coors Lights.
We're in too deep.
And
Yeah.
just a fun fact, I drank Coors Light way before these guys even started drinking. So I fit it out.
He was on those big natties. No, he was on the big natty
He
daddy.
was on Natty
You
Daddy,
guys ever seen those
Oh
natty
no.
which Keystone is a Coors company,
Hey,
but
intertwined, man.
Not the natties.
no.
Not all natties.
It's $1. Come on.
And when we're
Hey,
feeling
that's
really
yeah,
good,
beer,
we'll drink
beer on a
some
budget,
Coors
sure,
Banquet.
absolutely.
At the end of the day, it's beer.
Yeah.
Don't tell Coors.
Don't tell the sponsorship.
Don't tell Coors.
I think we got all these bottles on the table, the cans on the table.
Well, they're face them all, boys.
Right? Yeah, yeah. You gotta turn them all out. Gotta turn them all out.
It's funny how it's just kind of caught on locally. Like,
Funny how-
it's pretty funny.
Well, there was a photo that I was using with you guys in front of a Coors Light van, I thought, or something to similar to that.
We have merch label or modeled after the Coors Light logo. and our banners.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
Victim
that's-
Coors
Yeah.
Light.
I was trying to find that picture.
We're
I
in
can't
too deep.
find
We're in too deep.
It's kind of silly, but it does taste
It
great.
sells. It sells.
Sometimes
Yeah,
that
yeah.
first one is all right, but then you keep drinking them and it's great.
it. Yeah.
It's great.
Depending on where you go.
I used to.
For sure.
I actually used to drink those all the time, and then I got to where I like different stuff now, so I'll kind of switch my stuff up here and there. So there's
Nothing
a
wrong with that. We switch it up
yeah.
too. We just don't let Coors know.
yeah,
This is
Yeah.
the cheapest 30 of these. Than they
true.
are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a
yeah.
there's a German beer at an Irish pub here in town that's the only place I've ever seen it, and like that's one of my favorites. I can't even remember the name.
What's the beer?
It's homebrew or something like that. I think something similar. I don't know the exact name, but it's something similar to that.
When we did our European tour, the first show that we played, it was some village in Germany, and the beer was called, what was it? Ureish.
Yeah, I can't even remember that.
Dude, they were laughing at us because they're looking at us as Americans. You know, we have PBR, we have all these low cut natty daddies, we have all these beers that are like, and then we have the Coors, the domestics, you know.
Banquet.
But we're drinking the Ureish or whatever it was, and they were laughing at us, saying that like that's their terrible beer. That's their bad beer. But we're over here drinking it like this is the best beer I've ever had in my. Yeah, that's the Rolling Rock. But we're over there drinking it like that's the best fucking thing we've ever had in our life. Like
It was good.
it was
good.
great. It was the like light lager, but it was a little dark, but it was great. Man. Like European beer was very weird, dude. But the early ice, I'll never forget
I have
that.
no complaints about it, and it's not. We didn't have one warm beer while we were over there.
Yeah.
They don't like ice, but they still, cool things in their refrigerator and stuff. So it's like the
Iron Maiden beer, the Trooper. We played at the Dev, and they sold the Trooper. It wasn't warm, but it was a little bit above room temp because Bruce Dickinson said
That's pretty warm. Bro.
you can't drink that cold beer. You got to drink it like we drink it, and so they had it. Did you drink it at the bar? Because it wasn't cold to me.
I
Like
probably did because I don't.
it hits the lips, and it's just so smooth that you're like, I don't care. I just drink it. It was good.
You're like Bruce said.
we're
So.
Coors Light
Bruce
through
said
and
so.
through.
Here's a
Wild
fun.
time there, boys.
Yeah, here's a fun fact. Talking about countries and their cheap beer. A couple, let's see, what was this? Maybe a couple years ago. I can't remember the exact timeline, but we actually it was right around Thanksgiving of 22. Actually, now that I think about it, we interviewed a band from Australia that we actually met in Knoxville. They were on the bill with Angelus Apatrida, and so they were on the tour. They're from Australia. The band is Hidden Intent, and they're a thrash band from
Oh
Australia.
shit! Really?
We
Yeah.
were supposed to do some shows with them, man.
Well, we were supposed to, but I had
Well,
a contact that had a contact, and we were trying to
Yeah,
set up
yeah,
a little northern Midwest trip, and they were coming through. And dude, Hidden Intent is badass, dude.
They
Those
are.
guys are,
Yeah.
dude, they're bad. Like,
Yeah.
see, that type of shit that they're playing is everything we wanted to do in 2010. But time evolves, and we play other music. But dude, like I'm telling you, like I'm not discrediting them or anything, but like that's what we wanted to be like was those dudes. Like they're
Yeah.
so tight, they sound fucking great. Yeah, those
Yeah.
guys are badass, dude.
Yeah, so we got to meet them on the Angelus Apatrida tour, and invited them on.
That's that fucking band, dude.
Yeah, so we invited them on. They came on,
Sorry.
and we got to talking about beer, and so I mentioned Foster's, and come to find out that Foster's is Australia's garbage beer.
Yeah, that's their garbage beer, but that's the beer here.
It seems like whatever we get in America, if it comes from a different country, it's their worst beer, bro.
Side story, real quick, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but that tour that you said, how do you pronounce that fucking first band's name? They're from Spain.
Angelus Apatrida.
That is, dude, they are so fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
They are so
good,
bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's like they should be bigger than what they are, dude.
Thank you. Yes,
dude. That is just not fuck metal. That's just great music in all, dude. You know,
We were huge Lazarus AD fans.
Oh,
I love Lazarus AD. Love Lazarus AD.
So
yes,
we heard that later on, like that they're coming out. It's like, wow, that kind of reminds me of back in the day, 2009.
Well, we played with them at Full Terror Assault. What was it? Fucking 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years, dude, we played with them at Full Terror Assault. We played on a different day, but the whole festival, Full Terror Assault's badass, dude. I'm telling you, it's the greatest Midwest fest. Nobody does it like FTA. But we played with them, but we played on Thursday. They played on a Saturday. But we're like packing up. Suicidal Tendencies headline. But we're packing up. We're ready to go. But we pulled Brett's van, the band van, pulled it down there, and they were playing. And say it one more time.
Angelus Apatrida.
Because I'll never get it right. Awesome, dude. Because they're so fucking sick, dude. So sick.
Yeah.
Like that is like top tier of not even just thrash or anything, but just everything, dude. Like they do it right.
Yeah, we
live, they were great.
They were great live.
They were phenomenal, and that was actually, and they're actually another band that when their self-titled album came out in 2021. We hadn't heard of them before then, but what was it? Indoctrinate, the single for Indoctrinate came out on YouTube before the album was released, and I can't remember which one of us. Yeah, I can't remember which one of us.
I thought it was Bleed the Crown was.
It may have been,
yeah.
But I can't remember which one of us told the other about it. But so basically, we kind of learned about them at the same time, and then February of 21, the self-titled album came out. And then we got to meet them, like I say, in September of 21 when they came through to Knoxville. But we hadn't heard of them before then. And when that self-titled album came out, I was hooked. And it was actually my album of the year for 21, that self-titled album.
And it was number 2 for me, so it was right up there for
yeah. So
oh yeah.
And when we met them in Knoxville, we talked to Guillermo after the concert. He was walking around the venue. Is this little bar and grill in Knoxville, and he was walking around, and we introduced ourselves, and we hung out a little bit, talked to him. We got a picture floating around Facebook somewhere of the three of us, and so we talked to him at the time, told him who we were, invited him to come on the show. He said he was more than willing to come on the show. Sent us some contact info because they're on Century Media, and I I actually got a hold of somebody at Century Media, and we were going back and forth. And I mean, they've been just busy as fucks. I mean, they're over in Europe, over here. I mean, just playing festivals. So, I mean, they've had a incredibly busy schedule. But I think I was like this close to getting them on the show, and then the contact that I had over at Century Media, she moved on. She gave me somebody else's contact information, so I sent it to them, and then I got fucking ghosted.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to have Angela Sapotrita on the show for the last 2.5 years.
That would be sick, dude.
Because
they blew my mind.
Yeah, because I couldn't agree with Tyler more that they should absolutely be bigger than they are, because
look at there.
They are unbelievable. Yep.
They should be.
Aftermath. Yep.
There's Aftermath right there.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, obviously since becoming a fan of theirs, listening to, a lot of the other stuff all the way back to like 2010, their, Evil Unleashed came out in 2006, all the way back to like Clockwork in 2010, The Call in 2012, so I mean, all of that, I mean, their stuff is just all the way back. It is just so good from back. I haven't heard anything from them that I don't like.
Right.
They're so good.
That Sharpen the Guillotine may be my favorite song from them, but
oh man, that's
There's no deep cuts. It's all good.
Right.
It absolutely is.
That's some stuff you can just put on and play. Like that's what I was just saying. I don't know if you heard that before the show, but that's what I was saying about you guys. Is I've had you guys on all day trying to brush up on seeing if I noticed any differences in any of the pitches from album to album or anything like that. Which I don't. I think you guys are pretty. You pretty much know what you want and you do it. So, which is awesome because you keep doing what you're doing because it's fucking working, dude. I love
it. Absolutely is working.
Put out.
I think that knowing what we want is intuitive because we a lot of times when we write, it's just like, hey, I got a riff, and I think we're really influenced by what we're listening to at the time too, and so we try to
We kind of have our sound, but like the things going on around us that we listen to here and there, like
sure.
And they were just getting into Knock Loose not too long ago, and
dude. Like, hey, we listen to bands that, like, even if it's not our taste, we're gonna peep what's happening out there, dude. Because we're gonna play what we love to play, obviously every time. But at the same time, I kind of want to have a little grasp on the new hardcore bands, the new thrash bands, the new death metal band, everything, just everything. Like you guys are interviewing bands that are just don't have that chance to put themselves out there until you guys have that platform. So it's kind of the same thing. Even if we're listening to bigger bands, anything, like I listen to dude, I don't even listen to metal anymore. I listen to synthwave, dude. Like that's what I listen to just to get inspiration. When you play metal for so long, like you listen to it, it's all great, but it's like I gotta listen to something that I don't understand, and that's where I get synthwave from, dude. I don't understand it. I love that they make it. It's something that I can listen to and enjoy as a fan, and not have to figure out how to play. Because every time I hear metal,
criticizing,
I don't not even just criticizing, but I gotta learn the riff when they fucking play it. It's kind of
it's just after a while you play metal for what have we been playing for like 15 years and okay, Toby.
Toby's playing for 35 years, so
Toby's like
35-year veteran.
Yeah.
Started when he was
rookie. He said those rookie numbers, man.
Yeah, you gotta get those numbers.
After a while, every person that plays music runs into it. You run into a writer's block, and so obviously sometimes for me, smoking some weed like just gives you some big creativity. It really does. Like creativeness wise, it really
you can use
changes your perspective on
because
things, but also getting into
think,
different music is a big part of it.
I think you think about stuff in a different light when you're in that state too. Because I mean, I do. Me and my wife do edibles. I don't get high, but I do it for pain management because I beat the shit out of my body 20 years before I started doing this shit. So,
no, we're very pro weed. We just didn't know what we could say on this podcast.
No, you can
say whatever you want. Okay.
Toby doesn't smoke, but everybody else, we all smoke. Toby
Hey.
smokes the most I've ever seen.
Hey, if nothing else, we
Yeah.
we put our shit on Rumble too. It'll never go off of there. So
Nope.
Oh yeah.
I'm not worried about it, man. I ain't fucking.
oh my
Hey,
God! Look at this.
Hey.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, look, hey, Jay from
Yeah.
Lifeform is in the chat.
Idaho.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
know.
What's going on, Jay? Man,
That's cool as shit. Like we were just talking about them earlier. That's kind of
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
You guys gotta get down there, man.
yeah,
We
spoke
I got-
them into existence. Yeah,
I got my
They're down there.
I got ESPN or something. I don't know.
yeah, into the ether.
Do-do-do,
Yeah.
do-do-do.
yeah.
The second hour of Metalheads Unite is sponsored by Evian Water.
Get that water.
It's not.
That
I wish it
hydration.
was.
Yeah,
That black cherry water.
Yeah, we got to. It's hot as shit around here. So.
yeah. Oh, it's getting warm in the Midwest too. They know.
Oh
so.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
bad.
It's
I'm
been,
actually.
it's been 100 degrees in Wichita.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, so
Woo.
it's bad.
Yeah, I'm actually heading out that way, but it's going to be end of September, 1st of October. We're going to Phoenix. So.
Good God,
man.
it'll still be 100 degrees out there.
Yeah. Even at that time, you're gonna be burning.
It's
man.
always hot out there, bro.
That's-
Even in the winter. It's
Hey, in the fall, it'll only be about 110, bro. You'll be okay. Like,
That'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be 10 degrees cooler in the
It'll
summer.
Zero humidity.
Oh man. Kind of going back to the
Dryness.
review. Kind of going back to the review on the album. It's funny that we bring up some of these bands because that was one of the things that I said that kind of sparked me was I kind of felt like there was a little hint of some Warbringer in your guys' music vocally.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool that they actually came up. But yeah, I noticed there was some good double bass drumming going on in there and
Jesus
stuff.
Christ! I mean,
yeah,
good
so-
double bass drumming? Are you kidding me? I mean,
Come on, you don't want to give him a big head. Come on.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I need to know if I'm glad you actually brought up the drumming because I need to know if Brett's got like
an extra foot. You got an extra
yeah,
foot.
if he's got fucking Thomas Hake legs going on for
He has a
fucking the
third
sugar
leg.
legs.
Yeah.
There's
Jesus
a-
Christ.
That's still like, yeah.
He plays with his
Hang on,
penis too.
sorry. Go ahead, Brett.
There's a little midget named Larry down there. He's
So,
having a time down there, and he's giving me extra help.
kind of that kind of reminds me of the stuff when I was growing up. My mom and dad always told me like the bowling alley, like, oh yeah, there's monkeys that set the pins up and back there and stuff. I'm like, what? You know, like,
You believe it because it's real.
well, yeah,
It's
I'm
real.
like 6-7 years old. I don't know no damn.
Right.
It's real.
Yeah. So I tell somebody that when I'm older, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?" Like,
Yeah.
you know. And actually, it was during a smoke
Hilarious.
session. It was actually during a smoke session. So,
Oh, see, there you go.
so they thought I was just.
Oh,
fucking
your
high.
influence.
They're like, oh hell, he's just high, man. He's fucking doing shit.
But yeah, I mean, out of all the stuff on the EP and even on going back to the LP, like I say, I still have 2 EPs to listen to. That's on me. So I'm gonna get back to
Well, one's a single.
right.
Perception of Pain and Knowledge. That's a single, and then the Iridium just has 3 songs.
You got 4
We'll blow
songs.
through that.
Yeah, you got 4
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to get back to those. But you know, the EP and the LP, I mean, out of everything that was on it, like it was all phenomenal. But I mean, you know, but
The
Brett's-
guitar work,
Brett's-
the guitar work was great too.
yeah,
man.
but
Like,
Brett's drumming, you know, the more I look, like Jason says, you know, you listen to things once to get your your baseline first impression and everything, so you can do your review. But then, you know, getting ready for the interview like this, you know, all week long I was, you know, listening to some other stuff, and then I would come back to the EP, I'd listen to something else, come back to the LP. So, you know, shit, hang on.
That's that cold.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that
it
cold,
was.
brother.
Yeah, it was.
Drop it out.
So yeah, 3 or 4 times listening to the new EP and listening to the new LP, you know, more and more things started to kind of, you know, set themselves apart. But I mean, Brett's drumming was just fucking insane. I mean, not just the double bass, but I mean, you know, just the fills and the you know,
Right.
the cymbal work and just the overall tempo was absolutely insane. I was like, Jesus Christ, do you ever have to tell him to slow down? I mean, for Christ's sake, I mean, it's like this wasn't supposed to be up tempo or something. You got to like put a leash on him or
You gotta
something.
tell
I
him
mean,
to
Jesus.
speed up, dude. No,
Speed it up.
Calm down, man. This is a ballad. What are you doing?
Brett, think about Brett, and I won't say it before Brett does. That's my brother, full blooded. I can speak for him. He's a killer, bro. Like the thing is, it's what the song calls for. And if you listen to Flawless, we were definitely so young that the tempos were so fucking fast. That's why it was like thrashy a little bit. Dude, it was just too fast.
Can I say something real quick?
But Brett actually, hang on, Brett actually slowed this shit down on this EP. Even if it sounds fast, that's him slowing it the fuck down, which is crazy, bro. Like,
Good Lord.
hell yeah. Yeah,
'Cause
check us out.
Right.
Check us out, brother. Check us out.
Yep.
But no, go ahead, Tyler, and then let Brett speak on his drum
All
part.
I wanted to say was
You forgot.
I forgot.
No, don't worry
I got
about
one
it.
thing to say before Brett does. This guy creates the perfect pocket to fill into with bass, man. It goes from dude, he plays drums like a guitar player almost, playing fills like a guitar. The drums change so much. There's a bunch of stuff going on that it's fun to create a pocket with him being a bass player. And it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember what I was gonna say is the one thing is that when we made Flawless Execution and we went in to record it, it was so crazy because we really play based off like feel. We don't like
Click track.
play
Tap
quick
it out.
track. Yeah, like so we just play based off feel. And so like some of our change ups and timing changes, like we didn't realize what we were even doing sometimes until we got into the studio, and it was like the producer would be like, okay, you guys need like a 5 BPM jump here. And it's like that's weird. Like it felt weird because the transition was so just so cutthroat right there. And we were used to that, we just played off the feel. So that was one thing that was really weird for us, timing wise, I guess. But yeah, kind of plays into the tempo.
So
ahead,
everything was a lot more organic until you got into a studio setting.
Yeah, it was still organic. We tried to do it as organic as we could, but
I'm gonna let Brett explain that one.
Now, as far as the drumming, me and my brother were growing up. We were like big Journey fans.
Fuck yeah.
Boston, REO Speedwagon. They had big songs, and they had to write songs, choruses, all that. So I put the drumming to that, like for the song, and you just think about everything else too that goes into it. And so that's a big deal to me. Later on, growing up, starting the band, we're into the Metallica, Megadeth, all that thrash metal, and then we hear of death, and you get into the extreme world of things, and that's when the double bass stuff starts picking up, but you still are very aware of like the song and how to play for the song and not overplay, and a lot of them bands that we looked up to, they were very aware of that in their playing, and I just sense that. I can tell, and that's
Dynamics.
Dynamics, and I wanted to go that route. Yeah, the craziest progressive metal drumming.
That's real as fuck, Jorge. That's fucking real shit.
The craziest stuff, I don't know how much of Death fans you guys are, but like Gene Hoglan and Richard Christie, Sean Reinhardt, those guys set the tone for like progressive jazzy metal drumming for me. So that was when I heard that kind of stuff, that was the road I just took from there. And a lot of the cymbal work, double bass happened, but always trying to play for the song. That's the key.
Create the pocket, brother.
Yeah.
You better cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers it on
That pocket right
there.
Yeah, it's funny because like I don't know if I've ever like came out with this review was kind of, it was honestly some of my best work. Not to throw my own shit out there, but it was like just like some of the stuff in there is almost like when I go back and read it now, I'm just like, hell, that's like some shit you'd read on like Metal Injection or something for a review. Like, hell,
dude, that's shit.
So, but like when I started the review out, I said, "Join me on this brutal assault," and that's what it was. It was the fucking brutal sauce. And it's there's fast and there's no tapering. It's just like it's like you better be ready for the ride. All I can tell you. So, but.
Well, I mean, as far as I was concerned, the very, very opening riff of the EP. I mean, I
was hooked, dude. From there,
well, I was hooked, but to me, it had Slayer all over it before the song, before the vocals even kicked in. So it had that. It had that haunting fucking rhythm to it. It was so my first instinct, that first 30 seconds or so before the vocals even kicked in, is like, God damn, this has Slayer all over it. So whether or not that was intentional, I mean, that was a big
influence.
Yeah, so I mean,
get away from it.
Well, I mean, you could do a lot worse for sure, but you definitely do a lot worse.
Yeah.
But,
hey, and you know what? Fuck them. They ain't playing no more.
Do you guys have a favorite off the album? Your particular that fits your taste? Because I feel that some of the songs kind of cross genres in a way. Like Flawless was strictly thrash almost, and now it feels like it's almost graduated into melodic death metal, where you almost can't classify it. Every song kind of sounds a little different. You can pick up influences through almost every riff in a way, and change ups and things. So,
well, I think
catch your attention.
So, are you asking for the full length or the current EP?
EP. Flawless is in the past, brother. That's all threat. No, I wasn't a part of it, so I don't care. I was talking about the EP, but I'll take your answer on Flawless. Like, if I have to.
It's funny. It's like I think that's the only thing I haven't listened to is the full length. I've listened to all 3 EPs, but not the full length. So
that's
kind of on me. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, back to Formula. Back to Formula grabbed me by the throat from the beginning.
Oh,
so
yeah.
As far as the EP goes, probably that one, just because of the overall, just because of the overall first impression I got. And then like I said, on Flawless Execution, I'd probably have to say Cruentation.
I love it. That's my favorite too, man.
That's crazy.
I can let him talk.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
I actually like both the first 2 tracks on the new EP. I like Back to Formula and Slave of Mine. I think they're pretty close. And
to me, that our boy Brennan shot
the music video.
In-house productions, man. I'm telling you, that was a
very fun process.
Dude. When we shoot a video, it's never high stress. It's just we're gonna get it done, and then after this, we're gonna drink Coors Light. We're gonna eat food, and it's gonna be great. No, Brennan, in-house productions, he did a great job, man. That's our guy. He's like our PR guy too. He does a lot of the posting for us, which we all do the posting too. But dude, when you get older, you got your jobs and shit. It's tough, Just like you guys are doing this thing on free time, but actually, it's your fucking. This is what you guys love to do. So it's like kind of same vibe type shit. But no, Brennan's the man. The video is awesome, and Slave is my favorite on the EP. If we were calling our favorites,
it's no
mine.
It's no within us.
He likes within us.
That's a good one.
But like the first album is completely thrash. Yeah, and the original EP was weird. We were like trying to still find our. I don't know. It's very weird, man. It was a very weird EP. It was right after COVID. It kind of was what it was. I still love it. But this EP we just released, the Serenades of Agony, like that's kind of like when you listen to that EP, that's kind of like where we're gonna go from there. Like that's kind of I think we found our slot that we're supposed to be in, dude. Like that's
for sure, yeah.
Now as far as the EP goes, the 5 tracks that are on there, were those strictly the 5 tracks that were written? Because you just talked about where you're going from here. I mean, was there anything that just was left on the proverbial cutting room floor?
We don't do any fillers, man. It's weird. We always have riffs and we always make them work. But we don't. I don't know. We've never had filler songs, dude. We're gonna put it on regardless, just because we like it. So it's kind of, I don't know. We don't have a bank. We don't have like 9, 10 songs that didn't make it.
We don't have songs, but we have a lot of riffs. We have a riff bank that we're writing songs. We'll just kind of go back to and just say, hey, there might have been a riff you had 8 years ago that's like you just never found something for, and so
Sure.
it just kind of goes into the riff bank, and then you're writing a song one day, and so Alec might bring a riff, and Alec and Brett are jamming a riff, and I'm like, hey, play that again. I think I have a riff from 6 years ago that it might be able to fit.
Weird how it works, dude.
But also that was a different influence 6 years ago. I wanted to play something completely different almost on guitar. So our songs are just a blend of so many different influences, and
we're all just naturally, like, as time goes, progressing into our sound, like our sound.
I think we're coming closer and closer to being like, because I feel like any EP or album we've released or single, it's kind of just been like in the moment what we're feeling at that time, and then I feel like a lot of bands have a certain structure they stick to for at least an album or something. You listen to an album, and a lot of bands, that whole album kind of is in the same key. Might change things up a little bit, but it kind of has the same feel to it. And for us, I felt like we've always had every song is almost a different feel. And
it's all from influence for sure, dude. We're a very influence driven band. Like Brett said earlier, Death was huge, but we were also the Bleed the Victim. We were big into Rethrash, Lazarus AD, Diamond Plate, just all those cats, Warbringer, like, dude, literally all the ones that were doing it. Havoc, all those cats,
Havoc
kind of grasped to that. But then as soon as we evolved, dude, everything is an influence, bro. Anything I listen to, it's like I'll listen to something, I'm like, God damn it, I love the way they do that. Not like stealing or copying or anything, but just like everything's an influence. Ever since Van Halen fucking played guitar, everything after that, I don't care, bro. Influence, bro. You're gonna fucking either copy from him or you're not going to, and it is what it is. That's the greatest dude of all time. So
yeah, I not
easy.
Yeah, and not for nothing, but you just mentioned Havoc. I'd give my left nut to see a drum off between Brett and Pete Weber. So,
Pete Weber's the man.
That would be fun, but I would hand it to Pete Weber all day.
That's my boy. Pete Weber's the man, dude.
That would be fun, though. I would love to do that.
Hey, we'll go on your guys' episode. We'll go live on that shit, and we'll make it happen. We'll see what happens.
We're friends. That's the only reason we say that.
Well, we've played with Havoc a couple times, and those guys are cool as shit. They're taking their time. They're making their music. It is what it is. But also, wasn't Pete on? No, it was Reese, the guitar player. He was on the Machine Head tour that we went to in Wichita.
Yes, he was.
And
yeah,
hell yeah!
Thank you.
Boise, let's go to Boise, boys.
Yeah, we're going to Boise.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, we saw Reese on the Machine Head tour. Machine Head's also another huge influence that is just within the band, dude. The Blackening album. We're just one of those bands, bro. We grew up in the wrong and right time to make the music that we're making right now. It kind of is what it is.
It's amazing. Like I actually
years ago. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I actually brought this up. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. I was thinking how amazing it is that we're getting so much new music that it sounds a lot like it's got a lot of retro to it, but
everybody's going back, man.
But it's changed just enough to make it modern and different. And I think that's kind of why a lot of just to say this, not every band can do that. Not every band can carry it over like that. So it's very very It's cool to see a lot of bands able to do it though, but there are a few that I'm just like, yeah, maybe not thrash, dude. Maybe you should be sticking to something different. But I mean that's one guy's opinion. So I mean,
well, I mean, as far as Jason and I are concerned, we're at our core, we're thrash guys at heart,
right?
And especially
so are we.
mid 80s quote unquote golden age of thrash coming up through Pantera dominating the 90s. Of course, Pantera's groove metal, we all know that, but
fuck yes.
But so that's kind of where our core is. So for us to be in 2024 and
still talking about it, it's crazy.
Right, we're still talking about it, but we're still talking about those bands in particular. But to see bands who are maybe a little ways into their career, maybe like a couple EPs and an LP like you guys, or maybe like 3-4 years, whether they're just starting out or they're whatever, keeping that sound alive while putting their own stamp on it for us is just phenomenal, because we're always like, where is metal headed? So for us to be able to discover bands, for us, like I say, for us, we have not discovered a single band. We haven't discovered the next big thing. So
you just explained our band in a one sentence right there. Like, dude, you literally just did. That's what we do, man.
Yeah.
Like, we think the same way, but just play. We're trying to put our own stamp on the greatest thing that was ever made.
And because for us, obviously we're biased because we are metalheads, but we do think it is the best genre in music, and we've said it on more than one occasion on the show here, that it is, in our opinion, heavy metal is the most worldwide genre of music that there is. You can find it in every country. You can find it. You can find a metal band everywhere. You can find a metal band everywhere. We actually have, and we haven't had a chance to talk to him in a while, but we have another guy who lives in Nashville, but he is Peruvian. He's Peruvian originally, and his sister is still down there, but he lives in Nashville, and he actually has his own Facebook page where he kind of pushes a lot of South American bands, and we kind of collaborate with him every now and then too. So like I say, we haven't had a chance to talk to him in a while, but met him in Nashville a couple years ago, and we kind of struck up a friendship. So we've kind of networked on our own a little bit, which is nice. But our buddy Victor's his name. Our buddy Victor, he's got South America kind of like on lockdown for us. So anything South American, we kind of like rely on him. And like I said, we've talked to Europe and Australia and everything. So for us, metal is international, and for us, metal is the best genre out there. So for you guys to kind of take the torch, or whatever euphemism you guys want to use for it. I mean, you guys are carrying the flag, raising the banner, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And for us, it's just great to see. And that's why we reach out to bands like you guys when we come across you.
Fuck yeah, man.
Well, we appreciate
you guys are doing a great justice.
Yeah.
You're doing the Lord's work.
You talking about
we're doing Lemmy's work. What are we doing?
Yeah. Trick question. Lemmy is God.
Talking about
such a good movie. I love that movie so much.
Yes, dude.
I ain't farting on no
under the rug.
Yeah. I ain't farting on no snare drum. I fucking love that shit. God, so
dude.
Talking about the metal scene and stuff. I was just talking to some people in the office a couple weeks ago. I lost my job because some guy, he's a younger guy, he's just like, metal, didn't that die with all those hair bands? I'm like,
no.
I will.
He doesn't know what metal is, bro.
I might lost my shit. I might lost my shit, man. So while we're talking about
fire, bro, but do your thing.
This we got to
ask you
guys.
No, for sure.
We got to ask you guys about the emblem here, man.
Oh,
or the logo. Whose idea was the logo?
That was fine. I made it.
Yeah, no. So our PR guy, like I said earlier, Brendan, he has Hen House Productions. That's his shit. He's like our guy on the inside, outside, wherever you want it. He made the blood drip, but Dan Schneck from Topeka actually made the original logo.
Okay.
He made the actual font of it, but
mirror image of.
Yeah, it's always been an outline, just an outline logo. When our boy Brendan went in there and
he blended it up, put some blood on.
Yeah, he manipulated it.
Yeah, I actually love this. Yeah.
Yeah,
he tried to make it look like a blade,
like a guillotine dropping down and then coming back up.
Yeah, okay.
Like a guillotine blade. Yeah.
But to me, I've always thought it looked like the Transformers.
It looks like a Transformer.
It does.
No, because people have Transformers bumper stickers. And
it's a Decepticon, Daddy.
Yeah, Decepticon.
Whatever it is. Like, dude, I pull up like behind him and I'm like, do they got our fucking sticker on their car? No, it's
a Decepticon. It's a Decepticon.
Very deceiving. But
it does look like a Decepticon logo. It does, but in a cool way.
I think it's badass. You kind of see, they kind of he kind of made it to where you can kind of see a face in there too. It's fucking badass. But yeah, we saw that logo and we were like, yeah, that's what we want. And then from there, it kind of just evolved.
There's two people involved with that logo. Yeah, there's two people involved. The creation of it, yeah.
The creation of it was Dan.
It was Dan,
and then
Brendan, our guy, went in and did the blood. But Brendan's also done a lot of other things.
He's done
coloration and all that, whatever. But every album we have, it's going to be in the left corner or the right corner of the album art. You know, so it's going to be right there,
center
or the center, like Flawless was. But
centered up, maybe. Well, Flawless.
Flawless. We got 3 albums there, but
it's the one that right lightning.
Doesn't matter.
So, Jason, are you gonna pull up the album cover?
That's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah,
So yeah. Well, not that one.
Oh, you gotta do the there you go.
Are you a robot?
Yes, I am.
I am a robot.
Yes.
Let me access your files.
Do like T3000s count? I don't know. Or whatever the hell they were. So yeah, who did the same person come up with the artwork for the album too, or
no?
Bought that.
We bought it. God damn it, we're such pieces of shit. We don't know. I want to give him the shout out, but we don't know.
His first name was Jesus, but he's on Instagram. We cannot remember his last name, but
I'll pull up the email and I'll email you guys, and you can go on another live stream and tell everybody.
All right, that'd be fine.
No, but the album art, like, it's really cool because everybody's involved with the process, man. Like the band name, the fucking album names, the song. It's weird, dude. I don't come up with album names. I come up with song titles. Brett usually comes up with the album names.
Right.
The band name I came up with. What's funny, and nobody really knows it, but if you listen to an old Evil track, "Enter the Grave," the second verse, he says, "Bleed the victim dry," and I was like 16. Painting an apartment. That's why I did construction, painting apartments, and I just heard it on the Bluetooth. And we've been big fans of Evil, dude. Those guys are shit. But he says, "Bleed the victim dry," and I was like, "Dude, that's it, bro."
Yeah.
Like the name. What's so funny is there's so many like the name is the name. It is what it is. It doesn't represent anything from us. It's just the brand. But when I heard that verse, I was like, "Yeah, that's the band name. It's got to be." But I don't come up with album names, dude. That's Brett. Brett came up with Flawless Execution, Serenades of Agony, and then we just used Iridium because that was Tyler's song. That was the EP for Iridium. But it's all a collective. But as far as the artwork goes, Jesus, love you, bro, but can't shout out your business because I can pull up the email right now and show it. But but no, and we also had our good friend Ben. He did the lyric video for Back to Formula.
Yeah, shout out to Ben, man.
Shout out to Ben. Axel Harvey Productions, man. Give them a fucking big shoot because that's the boy. Like,
he did Iridium recording.
Yeah, the EP
and the single Somatic.
Somatic, yeah.
He did Perceptions, right?
He did Perception too, yeah.
He recorded all that.
He recorded our stuff, and he'd done lyric videos with Back to Formula, but Robert Beck he did Flawless and the new EP. He's done like Tech 9, Origin, like all the dudes from the Midwest. Robert Beck's the man too. But yeah, Axel Harvey Productions too. Straight shout out. We have a lot of homies involved in this entire creation. It's badass to just happen.
That's what's awesome.
It's a team.
At first, it was kind of just like you really know one person, and then you kind of get to know everybody in the scene, and then you kind of collaborate with everybody to create what you want, and that's kind of what we did with this last EP, and it's awesome.
Can you guys see the cursor over there?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I love that.
I'm actually in the middle. I'm
No.
actually in the middle of building our website right now. So guess what's getting included?
Oh yeah,
Dude, that's sick. Yeah,
that's too cool, dude.
Yeah, I was like, what the? I just had to look down. I said, wait, those are horns. Like, what the fuck?
Hell
so
yeah, that's awesome.
So
I would agree.
shout out to breathingthecore.com. That's a pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Hell yeah! Hey, we're all trying to get sponsored here, dude. Let's
Yeah, right.
shout out
We'll shout out everybody. Somebody's gonna say, hey man.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of name dropping motherfuckers in here. So.
Oh,
Hey, as an aside, you brought up Evile, and Evile is badass.
Sick.
Yes, let me get your guys' opinion on something.
I like their old stuff.
I was about to say, and no disrespect to old Drake at all. I prefer Matt Drake's vocals over old Drake's vocals.
So it's very weird because
there was more to it. He Matt could do the singing, the rough, you know what I mean. Old goes for the grind. He's straight heavy. To the point. And Matt. They've always reminded me of Metallica, man, just because of Matt's vocals.
Yeah.
What was that album after? God damn it! It had the serpents on it. What was that fucking album?
Something.
You always played that song, dude, and I can't remember that fucking album name, but it sounded just like Metallica. It was after Enter the Grave. It was after.
I think he's talking about the song that they played for their dead bass player that had passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In Memoriam.
Yeah.
Dude, that song's an absolute banger. An absolute banger.
Yeah. I think
I agree. Matt's vocals are a little better. I still love the new stuff. Don't get me wrong, but
right. Like I say, I mean, I don't dislike anything that they've put out, but just for me, from a kind of from a overall feel, I just kind of like preferred Matt's sound a little bit better to old Drake.
That was my Evile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. What I'm getting at. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, well,
that's what's so funny is like we're classified everywhere as a thrash metal band, which is fine. But the new EP and stuff, like, dude, it's not like we're trying to abandon the genre, but we're kind of just getting more groovy and more melodic, I guess. We always play fast. That's the problem about me and Brett is everything we do is fast. We have to go put the work in to slow down because we play crack rock, man. We play crack rock. Thank you,
that's good. That's gonna be like the 18th subgenre on Loudway.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I created that 10 years ago.
That was Tyler. You created it on acid.
That's the boy.
Yeah.
So since we're trying to get sponsorships and stuff here, we're gonna need Brett to use his deep vocals over there to do a say, hey, this is Brett from Bleed From Within, and you're listening to
You're on the spot.
Metalheads Unite. Yeah.
You're on the spot.
Yeah.
What is that?
What are we trying to get sponsored, man? Are we trying to get some beer? Are we trying to get some sticks? Or are we trying to get some? What are we doing here?
You're on Metalheads Unite.
Yeah.
I told you, man. That's great. That's great, dude. He's got that.
That was perfect.
It's like I'm sitting here with a white Morgan Freeman right now, man. What the hell? It's pretty wild. So I guess I wanted to ask this too because I noticed you guys did a few EPs, only one full length. So is an EP kind of like the way everybody's going these days? So it seems like that's a lot more popular now than putting out a full release for a lot of younger bands. So
I think with our time and
the attention span,
I think with our as a band personally, like the time we have to be able to get together, like Tyler lives in Wichita, which is 2 hours away from us,
right?
To get as a full band and jam and write songs takes a little longer, and financially, it's financial and time is why we do EPs or singles. Gotcha. Basically, whenever we can get together, we'll just make it work. And like, hey, since we don't get together that enough to like get a full release going right now, let's do like 3 songs for an EP and get in that studio and like release something. basically.
Well, like I said, it's the attention span. So it's like, dude, me and Tyler are thinking on our feet. These guys are too, but like we listen to a lot of shit we don't want to listen to just to tap in.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, dude, there is no rappers nowadays putting full albums out. There's no anybody, unless it's metal, they're putting full albums out.
Right.
So we'd rather write 4 or 5 bangers and then we're putting out content. So, hey, guess what? Let's work on another one and put out more content. Because if you wrap it up in a whole album, it's going to take longer. Like, you got to give the people what they want right now because that's right now. It's nowadays, it's right now. Dude.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think also, we're just anxious.
I can't hold it.
Half the time. And
Oh.
so yeah, like Alec was saying, it's
Tyler got 2 key breaks, and now I'm taking one, and I get attacked for it.
because you mentioned
another seal has been broken.
Another one.
the seals are all broken, I believe. But anyways,
I think there was.
I think we're just anxious to get our music out there too. So it's like, we write 4 or 5 songs, and it's like, okay, do you guys want to wait another 6 months after we write, 2 or 3 more songs and release, a full length album, or do you want to just do an EP? And it's like, let's just do an EP. That way, the next 2 or 3 songs we write, that's almost a whole nother EP, so we can release something else. It's all about kind of just thinking about the release and like Alex said, the attention span. People want to hear, even that's part of the promotion of even an EP is releasing a single or something. Get people looking forward to it and everything like that. So.
We actually got to interview a guy that lead singer Rick Rule. He's the lead singer for Every Mother's Nightmare. I don't know if you guys ever heard of those guys, but they're a band from the '80s, and like they're still putting out music. And we asked him that when we talked to him. I said, "What's the key to longevity, man? Because a lot of the bands that you were playing with aren't together anymore, And he's just like, man, just keep putting shit out, man. That's all you can do. Just keep putting shit out as fast as you can. It's just like, so. I guess that's kind of like the mentality of everything at this point. Is just because you stay fresh on everybody's mind that way. I mean, because I actually just heard a song the other day from somebody that just put something Holy Side. I think it's the name of the band. They just put a new album out, and I remember doing a review on them like 2 years ago. So it's like. They're putting stuff out like every other year. I mean, that's pretty much unless you're Trivium and try to do every year, but
right.
but
hard-working band. Oh my god.
I don't know when Matt Heafy sleeps. It's ridiculous.
Because
he doesn't, bro. He's an alien.
Man, we went to see him.
That was probably our first biggest influence in the age of metal. Like, we heard them.
Bullet for My Valentine, Trivium, All That Remains, all that.
Like dying moving around.
Kill Switch Engage.
Or we're talking about In Flames. You're about 10 years. Hallelujah, boys.
From the old guy here.
Yeah, Ember's dead.
I'm coming.
There's a lot of stuff before that 10 years.
Yeah.
We're metalcore boys
I know.
and mix it with the thrash, and that's what we are, man. Thank God Brett took one too. Now we're waiting on Toby to take a piss break, and we're good.
Embers to Inferno, dude. That shit was awesome.
Secret,
man.
I don't piss.
This guy eats raw potatoes.
Hey,
fucking throw that out. Don't just eat raw potatoes.
He like Kim Jong-un, don't poop. I was like,
Hey, I let him.
You don't have a problem.
Because he writes sick bass lines, so I let him keep doing
iron.
It's the iron.
It's the iron.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
So they come.
Get to Idaho, boys.
Iron potato.
It all is full circle. Potatoes, Toby, Idaho.
It all comes
We're
back
doing pretty
around.
goddamn good.
It does. It all comes back around.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, we was just talking about with Trivium. Like we just seen him like on a tour, and then like 3 days, like not even 3 days later, I seen him on Twitch doing something. I'm like, damn, dude, did you just like tour? Like you was just in like two different.
He takes his streaming rig with him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He takes his streaming.
That's how you gotta do it, man.
He makes money off that shit, dude.
That shit's crazy because it's he like adapted to the new age so fast that he was already ahead of the cusp. You got to be like, our thing is like, we're not bad at social media. Like we post and stuff, it's cool, but at the same time, when life happens, it's hard to do what a band needs to do nowadays. When we started this shit, it was not, I got to go on TikTok and do a dance, bro. Like it was not like that at all, dude. Like it was It is what it is.
Honestly, I just don't like doing the stuff. We got into being a band because we wanted to play the music. Nowadays, it's so much more than the music, and it's good, but it's bad at the same time. For us, it's tough because all we've ever wanted to do was write the music and play the music, and it's not fun to have to go on and have to, make it a job almost. It's like, I don't know.
We do it because we do it and we love it. I mean, there's no excuse. There's no nothing. It's just this is what we want to do. It is what it is. Everybody's got their own life going on, but at the same time, this is the thing that keeps me personally out of trouble, and it keeps me. I got something to look forward to, dude. It sucks when you have a life of like you ain't got nothing to look forward to, dude. Like no matter what you do, dude, just look forward to something. Yeah. Like tonight, before this interview, me and Brett got together. We worked on some new shit, and that's Christmas morning to me every time. Dude, it's so fun. I can't not do it. I have to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we look forward to doing this every week. I mean, I look forward to every show. I mean, whether we have a guest on like you guys, or whether we're just doing our regular format of just news and birthdays and all that other stuff. So, but I mean, I look forward to this every week, and I have since we started it. It's one of those things. I mean, we're into year 4, and I don't feel any less excited about doing this every week than I did when we first started. So
yeah, we actually had to take 2 weeks in a row off a while back, and I thought Chris was going to like talk to board members and have me removed or something.
You guys are married at this point.
Like, this fucking guy's trying to take out 2 weeks. What the hell?
It was definitely weird. It was weird.
Well, I mean, I had sinus surgery, so I couldn't really do anything as far as like talk or anything. So,
well, hey man, he's got a cold right now, dude. So go a light on him, bro. Like,
go a light on him.
Battling that motherfucker right now.
Pop you in, bro. You'd be all good.
Pop you in. Yeah. We're not ready for that sponsorship yet, but we'll just do that.
Is there hard copies or going to be hard copies of the EP available anytime soon?
There is hard copies.
There is hard copies. You can hit us up on our website. You can hit us up on Bandcamp. Rock Hard Rob. No, just Google Bleed the Victim or go to our Bandcamp. You can get all of it.
All right, cool.
We like to keep it a little vintage. We're not doing no cassettes right now or anything, but
the
way the merch works is we work with our time, so we're not gonna ball out and get a bunch of stuff unless we're like show ready, which summertime's coming, late summer. We're very busy in August. Very busy in August. That's hard to say. But yeah, dude, we just kind of get our merch as we go. You get a better deal when you get the bulk, but
of course.
This year has been weird. We did the EP and we're taking it slow right now. We're kind of creeping back into the live setting,
Yeah, well, as you can tell, I'm a hard copy guy, so that's kind of why I was asking personally for me, but everybody else too. So,
well, no, for real, email us your address, which that's sketchy, but do it. We'll send you one, bro, free of charge. We'll send you one just so you have it.
Oh, well, I mean,
gotta have it, man.
All right. Well, I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, I'm always willing to buy stuff, but like I said, if you guys are ever in
$500,
if you guys are ever,
Cody says in 5 years.
Oh well, I mean, if you guys are ever in this area, trust me, you'll get plenty of money out of me from that for sure. So
yeah,
no, we'll just send you a man, and we appreciate you guys having us on, no matter what.
Yeah, dude, this is
that CD to us is a business card, bro. We just want to send it out, dude. Email us. We'll figure it out. Send a PO box or coordinates, whatever you got to do, dude. We'll send it.
And you guys doing this is more than
both of you guys.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny you brought that up because we were talking to a band, Mark Toretti. He's the lead singer for a band called Contortion with it's S-I-O-N, not T-I-O-N. So it's confusion, but it's Contortion. He's never done a podcast. They've been around since 06 or something like that.
I think, yeah.
So I've been around for a minute. And he's never done a podcast.
That's
like,
cool. Yeah.
He's like, yeah. When you reached out, I almost didn't even respond, dude. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. And I said, well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did because And then he was like very appreciative. He sent us their whole catalog, dude. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like we were expecting like one CD or something, like the new one. And then Chris goes, dude, you got to see all this shit he sent. I'm like, oh my God, like why would you do all that? I was just like, damn, dude, that's crazy. But I mean, very appreciative. Don't get me wrong, but still kind of like amazed that somebody thought that much to do that. It's kind kind of a heartfelt moment, I guess, for us to somebody to think that much just to send everything. I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, we got like stickers and all kind of stuff. But yeah, but it's pretty cool to. And like I said, this is the best thing too to us is meeting new bands and get to talking to new bands and hopefully creating a relationship that goes on for many years after this.
You guys are like our second or third podcast we've ever done. We don't do this often either. So like when we get the email, we see all this stuff. Like to us, it's like, dude, hell yeah, we're like, dude, we're excited and it's ready to go. It's game time because it's like I'm not good at PR stuff or doing podcast stuff, but when you're in it and you're actually doing it, it's like hell yeah,
it's fun, man.
Move.
It's
yeah.
fun.
And we try
we're talking.
And we try to be
networking in the long run, man.
Right. And we try to be more laid back and just kind of, shoot the shit like we are now. We throw some questions in there, but it's more like shooting the shit with you guys. So
it should be a shooting shit type because we're a shooting shit type of please shoot shit. If not, we don't know how to handle it if you're not shooting the shit, dude.
Right.
Because
well, you just don't want to come over and be dull just asking a bunch of questions. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that's kind of
exactly.
It's redundant.
Right.
And we don't know if like you got some bands that's been in these things multiple times and they don't want to get asked the same shit all the time,
Yeah.
So in that case, we usually have to dig deep for shit and be like, hey, what about? And they're like, damn, nobody's ever asked. I think we was in something like that a while back, and it's like, damn, nobody's ever asked me that before. And like,
I was
like, well, good. That means we're doing our job. So
yeah.
What's the one question? Hang on. What's the one question that you guys don't want to ask because every band gets asked it? What's the one question?
So we usually hate to say stuff like, to me, I usually try to research so I don't ask the same questions. You know what I mean? So if you guys had been on like a bunch of interviews or something, it would have popped up for sure. But I didn't see anything. But I don't mean it wasn't out there. I didn't like super look. You know what I mean? But I was just like, okay, if it hadn't popped up yet, then chances are I'll probably have to go somewhere to wherever they did it and find it. But with us, you're going to be pretty much on every platform that we know of anyway. So Spotify takes a little time because I have to edit it out, throw it on there. But the rest of it's going to be pretty much instantaneous. So we're going out to what, 8 or 12 right now.
Yeah, because we're live on. I mean, we're live on X, Instagram, and YouTube right now for sure. It'll be posted on Twitch too, and it'll be posted on Rumble at some point, Spotify at some point, and we're live on our Facebook group and our Facebook page right now. So it's out there. It's got many avenues right now. So, but yeah, that's why I was like, I usually don't like to ask the questions like, well, especially if I go in and see a band's been together for so long, I'm just like, they've probably been asked, how did you get together? I mean, they've probably been asked that shit 100,000 fucking times.
That's what I'm asking because we have not been asked the questions.
Yeah, and like that's usually like one we try to stay away from. But being as like you guys are all in one setting, and nobody really knew who's who, so it's kind of like, well, just get an introduction so everybody knows who's who, and when we're asking a question, they kind of know who we're asking it to. So that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, it just kind of depends. Like I will go and if you've been on the interviews and stuff before, I will watch them because I'm going to try to stay away from stuff that I feel is redundant.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask.
You guys are full of shit.
Yeah, I mean, like,
just talking.
We've been talking for what, an hour and 42 minutes. I feel like we've been talking for 15 minutes, man.
I know, right? That's what I said earlier. I thought I said a minute ago. I was looking. I said, "Damn, it's already been an hour."
Yeah, it's gone by.
Wrap it up.
Oh no, we can go as long as we want to.
Joe Rogan ain't got shit on us, bro. We're gonna 7 hours, bro.
Hey, just to let you know, we've had 4-hour
Nothing
shows
going on tomorrow.
We've had 4-hour shows on here, so
we have.
It's not unlikely.
No, it's not unheard of. But I guess kind of the one thing that helps us out a little bit is, I mean, we do try to not ask the same questions of every band, but the I guess kind of a fortunate, I guess, side effect for us is like when we're talking to younger bands or newer bands or whatever, like a lot of times, like Jason said, the Mark from Contortion, he's like, I've never done an interview until now. So I mean, so
we didn't know that though. So
yeah, a lot of bands are kind of in the same boat. So I mean, we kind of in a strange way kind of luck out because if we do ask, because I mean, I asked the question earlier about how you guys kind of formed and everything. So in that respect, we're kind of lucky because I mean, a lot of our bands are, either it's their first time or, they've only done it a couple of times like you guys. So we're kind of lucky that we're not interviewing somebody who's been on the interview circuit for years and years and years. And it's like, there's nothing we haven't been asked, so, we kind of luck out in that respect.
And honestly, in our defense, we probably would have asked that anyway, just because your guys' last name were Johnson. We would have never put two and two together that you were brothers unless we asked. So
yeah, you don't see the resemblance.
It's just a common last name, though, man. It's like
Yeah, no, we're full-blooded, same mom, same dad brothers. This is what you get.
Okay,
that's the Abbott Van Halen syndrome, right?
Dude, and the Abbott and Halen boys are the top two, man. That's the move.
Let me speak on this right quick, man.
Let Toby take it away real quick.
Take it away.
Because it always have an outside perspective because these cats have been together for so long that I just, I've always been looking out, looking in. But man, we get downstairs and jam and we just start playing shit and it sounds like it's a song. And I'm like, dude, what was that? What was that? Oh, we were just fucking around. And you were asking about how we write songs, dude. It almost like they have to pick and choose what sounds good to them because to me, we get down there, we're just warming up, and I was like, "What was that?" I was like, "Dude, we were just fucking around." And so it's cool to get the inside and outside of our band. It's
yeah, and you don't get that a lot. You don't get that a lot either, where you're just fucking around and it's like, oh man, that sounds like a song. Like,
they write songs every time.
So you have to. It sounds like familiar in your head, but that's just catchy. And it's a lot of bands strive to get that, so you have to almost throw shit out. Like this is not even a song. Like that could have been our next hit.
Yes.
It didn't even matter. That's how Diamond fucking Vinny did it, bro.
Yep.
The brothers. It's the brothers, dude.
Our problem is, brothers, is we don't record anything we do it.
We just do.
Right, we just do it.
So yeah, it's like, well, that's gone.
I've recorded everything they've done for the last 10 years. I'm gonna take that.
Well, I mean, if we had cell phones and with cameras and stuff when we were growing up, we'd be TikTok famous for sure at this point.
Oh
man.
God, yeah.
Right.
Some of the damn shit.
Youngsters.
Some of the shit we did. Of course, we'd probably be bad influencers or some shit with what some of the stuff we did.
Yeah.
Don't do what we're doing.
Yeah. Don't try this. A lot of ours would be like, don't try this at home. Or
exactly.
In front of sure.
Yeah.
We're Metalheads Unite and welcome to Jackass, some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. we definitely I definitely had a lot of those moments growing up for sure. So I go back. I tell stories sometimes, and my daughter's just in awe, going, "What? You did that?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, I'm not proud of it.
They can't believe it.
It definitely happened.
We tell our parents what we did. Now that we're out of the house, we can tell our parents what we used to do.
Absolutely.
What the heck?
It's fun.
But all the things we used to do some crazy shit, man. And so it was good. It was good times. But anyways, it made us become closer, and getting through those life experiences. I feel like there's no better way to bond as a band or even friends. Like, we've been friends for so goddamn long.
It's a friendship before the band. Like, it's weird, dude. It's weird how it works. It's weird.
All the things we've gone through together is just like that. Just absolutely solidifies like the connection between all of us, and
we're all still
especially
here.
them too. And yeah.
Well, sometimes Tyler might write a shitty riff, dude, and I don't like it, dude. I can't play half the riff this dude's right. This dude's crazy, bro. I cannot fucking play what Tyler writes. So he has to dumb it down for me when we play. Don't laugh at me, dude. Try it. I'll scratch your back too. We gotta give Tyler his flowers and scratch his back, dude, because he's the fucking best guitar player I've ever fucking chance.
I just want to see if you scratch his belly. If his left leg, I start, shaking or something.
You go shake. You go shake. You go shake. How do you guys feel about Billy Joel?
I grew up on Billy Joel.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Dude, no, we're not talking shit. We love Billy Joel.
That's all. No, yeah. I mean, hell.
We love Billy Joel.
I mean,
Toby loves Billy Joel.
I've seen 2 times too.
I've seen him watch you.
We're
gonna let them fight about it real quick.
I mean, I've never I've never seen him, but I mean, like my
Right.
parents used to listen to like Billy Joel and Journey and
Fuck
and
yeah,
stuff like
dude,
that.
Journey is
So,
us to a T, dude. Journey.
yeah,
We had no
Queen
choice, but
and
it's just great music.
yeah, like Queen and Blondie and Men at Work and
Yeah.
like who else? But
It was the best generation for
Genesis.
just normal music.
yeah, Genesis, some of that stuff in
And what
there.
has 9 arms? It doesn't suck. Def Leppard.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Def Leppard too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
don't
so-
have Def Leppard in this, dude.
What's that?
Come on.
The my favorite joke of a couple of years ago was that saying that it wasn't fair for Rick Allen to have only one arm, and then Tommy Lee's got three. So
Three legs. Yeah.
That's fucking.
I was
Give
like,
me
wow.
your take. It's
That's right.
Well, Rick Allen's better than Tommy Lee.
Well, I mean, I think everybody should watch that story on them on Def Leppard because it's really cool to watch, man. Because like it goes through like what he had to do to like come back from that.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
most
Yeah.
people.
and Steve Harris, the alcohol dude, the whole band was a big fucking crazy escapade. It's awesome.
Yep, it absolutely was.
It's just crazy that they could have replaced. They could have replaced him, but they didn't. They just adhered to what he
Well,
could do. So
and the funny thing is until I saw that biopic, I didn't realize that they actually put his arm back on, and it's like his body,
it
body
didn't take
like,
it. Yeah.
rejected it. I was like, holy shit, I didn't even know that until I saw that movie. So
Wow, I didn't know that either.
yeah, they put his arm back on, and then his body was like, I don't want it anymore. So
Should have got a bigger
That's
arm.
fucking wild, dude.
Yeah.
Take it back off.
It is crazy to hear Pyromania
Should have made
to
it Will Smith
hysteria.
and I Robot.
Right.
Completely changed from boom taps, from like some crazy Brett drum riffs on Pyromania to hysteria. It was just, pour some sugar on it. It was boom tap.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
They put the whole technology they created. It was awesome, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Definitely.
It's same way with what's his name?
Yeah.
What's the guitarist Becker?
Jason Becker.
Yeah, Jason Becker, and that's kind of crazy.
Hey, I will cry. I will cry on stream right now if you say Jason Becker. Oh my god.
Hey man, the stuff that dude's still doing though is fucking unreal. Doing everything with
Sean Lane.
doing stuff with eye blinks is so fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, he's writing music.
Dude,
with his
hey, that documentary, Jason Becker, I'm Not Dead Yet, or something like that.
I gotta write that
Dude,
down.
I'm telling you. Dude, hey, you will cry and you will love it. It will be great. But like Jason Becker, Sean Lane, my top three is Jason Becker, Sean Lane, Neil Sean. Neil Sean from Journey. That's my top three. And then obviously we're talking metal. You got Dime. You can't not have a list. They're all just great in their own fucking.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Sean Lane, Jason Becker, Neil Sean. To me, as far as flavor with the guitar, not metal, not nothing but flavor. Those are the top three. Those are the guys, man. Like that's what I grew up on. And I found out Sean Lane very late in my life, but goddamn, that dude's the best guitar player I've ever heard of.
Eric Johnson.
And
Eric
a lot
Johnson,
of
dude,
Eric Johnson. Yeah, that was
Eric
another.
Johnson's the best.
Yeah,
Best,
that's another one that my dad listened to. So yeah, Eric Johnson.
a lot of times we talk about on the show too is like we'll talk about bands, like Uriah Heep and Deep Purple, because we wouldn't have metal bands without bands like that. You know what I mean?
No,
It kind of built off of
Yeah,
that.
dude.
So you have to people's like, oh, well, that's not metal. I was like, no, but it gave inspiration to create metal. So I mean,
you guys could have started this whole podcast, and we could have talked about nothing about metal for like 3 hours, and we would have covered all bases, bro. I'm telling you, dude, like metal is a big part of everything. Obviously, we're a metal band, but like,
right.
dude, we're such a it's weird, dude. Everything we grew up on, the nostalgia. We're nostalgic bitches, dude. That's just what we do. And it is what it is, man. That's why all those late, great 80s guitar players that were fucking shredding, yeah, they have a place in our hearts. Obviously, we can't play like them. He probably can, but I can't. But it has the melodies and everything has everything to do with what the fuck we're doing.
Well, here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
All the metal, everything comes from something else, right? So
Like they were just
to
saying.
me, yeah, like you guys said, like everything comes from the 70s, 60s. Before that, everything just evolves, and so like to me, it's fun tracing back the music to originally I just listened to radio rock and shit when I was like real young. I didn't know anything about music, and then I got into playing guitar, and I was like, okay, I want to play metal. Got into metal and got into the extreme of metal, and then started going like backwards from like where did this come from, and you just start following everything back. And to me, like, dude, I love some like 70s shit. I love some
Steely
Yes,
Dan.
some Steely Dan.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Eagles.
Yeah,
Eagles.
Oh, I love it, dude. I love it
All
because
day.
like, because that's what made everything that came within the 70s and 80s.
Jim Croce.
Jim Croce.
Yeah, like it all came from the involvement of music, but like
me, I was like I remember like Steve Miller Band and Bad Company and stuff like that.
Hell yeah,
Steve Miller Band. We were raised on that shit.
Yeah.
The boys. Those are the homies, actually.
Yeah.
Steve Miller comes over.
And I honestly think every like era has their own like group of like elite guitarists. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, like, you go back to like Randy Rhoads, and during that period you could probably pick out Clapton and Satriani and place guys like that. Then you Steve Vai came in late in the 80s, and in the 90s you had Dime and you just amazing people like Yngwie Malmsteen. Even though his ego's bigger than his wallet probably, but
he's
a great guitarist though.
Oh yeah, he'll tell you.
Yeah, you can't take it away from him for sure.
He'll fucking tell you.
He'll tell you too.
Have you guys seen that video of him like going through his whole like guitar collection, like in that room?
He's got guitars just thrown on him.
There's like six
like
deep
$3,000 guitars just thrown on every dude. It's crazy.
Oh my
There's
god!
like hundreds of guitars. They're just stacked up on top of each other. It's crazy.
No, I'll probably get mad. I'll probably get mad if I seen that. So
yeah, you would.
They're all just fucking scalped fret Fender Stratocasters.
Yeah. So it makes me want to get Jeff Jarrett. Just go grab one and beat him with it.
He's the man, though. He can do it.
Hey, I used to try to learn some Yngwie shit back in the day, man. And it was like, I remember my stepdad was really who got me into playing guitar, and I was like, he was a really big Yngwie fan, and so.
Or if you do,
just 80s fan in general. Guess when he grew up and shit. But so I always asked him, like, there was like some old classical shit I used to try to play all the time. I don't remember what the song was, but I'd always be like, do you think I could ever play this as fast as Yngwie could? And he's like, yeah, dude, you just got to practice. And so, over like 6 months worth of practice, like I was able to
play 3 seconds.
Play it like, I could play it, but like, the first like 30 seconds of it and like play it at tempo. Probably not obviously not as clean as Yngwie, but it was cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, that was definitely somebody that got me into kind of, fast solo playing stuff. So
yeah.
Even though he might be a piece of shit, he's a good guitar player. So.
Yeah, he's the greatest.
You didn't ask you that.
Yeah.
I think what was that guy's name again?
What are you looking up?
Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. He was like the first guy I remember having like double necks and shit, and I was just like,
oh yeah.
How in the hell does he play that shit? Like. And then of course Steve Vai came along with David Lee Roth and had that, and so it's kind of like it just kept evolving. And a lot of things seem.
Billy Gibbons, though, man, that was
Billy, man, I love ZZ Top. I'll say that, and with no hesitation at all. Like,
oh hell no, there's no shame in listening to ZZ Top, not at all.
But I mean, if you think about that music they were playing at that time, I mean, that could very well be considered hard rock, heavy metal. I mean, that's for sure.
If you speed it up twice tempo, that's metal.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a guitar player, dude. Like,
we started on Toby. just speeding it up, just like
We started on Nuno.
Nuno Betancourt.
Nuno Betancourt.
Okay, I gotta pee now because I'll be here all night talking about Nuno.
A final piss.
Yeah.
Hey, we all got to piss on your guys' fucking shit, man. To me, that means more than the rest.
We got to piss on his good night, guys.
We were waiting for Toby to finally take his.
We tried so hard to just sit here and not piss, and it didn't work.
FP twice.
I mean, there you guys see all these, but there's 20 more on the outskirts, bro. It's bad.
This will now forever be this will now forever be known the Piss episode. So
Yep.
Hey,
There you go.
just that's the title. Fuck the band name. Just Piss Light, bro. Let's go.
yeah, we it's funny, like you said, but we've created a lot of memories with bands off of stuff like that. So that's never going to be something we remember.
Yeah.
From this is probably everybody pissing.
Everybody taking a leak. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always,
dude, and that's all we've ever wanted to be remembered as is piss. Hey, it's not kiss, it's piss, baby.
Hey, them guys are good, but they piss a lot.
Yeah, they do.
And they play fast, but they sure do piss.
That's right.
Play hard, piss
fast,
hard.
Piss fast.
Play fast, piss fast. Hey, we're gonna make a shirt. Play fast, piss fast.
There you go. There you go.
This dude pisses in 5 seconds.
No
matter how.
Look, we got a line going, boys.
It's like a live show for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like we're on a series, dude. It's not like we're doing a podcast or an interview. We just piss, That's what it is. I tried so hard, boys. I tried. I had
No,
to piss.
it's
Did you
totally
get so far?
We love like, and we love
Doesn't
different,
even matter.
and we love different shows.
You guys know about Lincoln Park real quick,
Oh Jesus!
because I fucking love me some Moby.
The first two albums are great. After that, man.
Yeah.
After that, fuck that. It's Hybrid Theory and Meteora. Other than that, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Perfect.
kind of
Perfection.
where I'm at. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at.
Are you sure we're not best friends already, guys? What's going on here?
Yeah, did we just have our stepbrothers moment?
Every time I get blackout drunk, bro, it's either Death in Eindhoven or Lincoln Park live in Texas, dude. Whatever you want. I gotta cook it up.
Pantera Domination live in Russia.
That's nice too. The
Yeah,
Moscow, that's nice
That's
too.
the fucking epic.
That's probably the great. That may be the greatest breakdown of any song
Of all time, you couldn't. Nobody should be able to play a breakdown after Domination, man. I mean, it's over.
I don't even think Zach would probably want to play that song if.
That's so good.
I was trying to listen to you, but they started an acapella breakdown, dude. I couldn't control it.
You had to get down.
We're all back here. We're all back. Hey, everybody pissed? Hey. Yeah.
You're drained, boys.
Everybody's empty for another 20 minutes though.
Yeah.
That seal's been broke.
That seal's done.
The
seal Terry.
Look how tall I am.
He's like,
Look how tall Toby is.
Taller.
I know I'm on this giant chair.
Toby acts like he's a giant.
You look like an Italian on this goddamn interview, dude.
Gabagoo. Cool. He's never seen a Sopranos.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about the Sopranos, dude? What's up? We fuck metal. How do you feel about the Sopranos, dude?
It was probably one of the worst series finale endings in TV history.
Dude. Hey, but Journey's at the end, dude.
Yeah.
Journey
That's
saved
true,
it.
but I mean, how are you gonna cut things off in the middle of a?
God, please don't get Toby started on this. My God, that's okay. What's up?
I was like,
add him on all the socials, dude. You guys can cut it off.
How much time do we have? Like, 'cause we could do this all night.
You want to know what that's the Chase. David Chase told me. That's the problem with us is metal's everything, but we'll talk about anything.
Life is everything.
Life.
We're best friends in a band, man. It's great.
It's a blessing and a curse, and the only reason why it's a curse is because we ran out of Coors Light tonight. So.
And I'm happy that these boys, like I've always said from the beginning, dude, I'm long way out of your era. I did my thing. I'm the only one with a kid. He's 14. And dude, they brought me back into this world of, you probably have 7 kids we don't know about. You guys kept me relevant. They keep me relevant, and it's cool because otherwise I just be sitting at home, man.
Yeah, but what's funny is him saying that he doesn't even know he's the baddest dude of all time.
Well, that's the only reason that we can keep keeping him relevant.
Yeah, I mean,
it's because we
it's
have
all up to
fans
him,
in the
dude.
next
If
place.
he quits, we're fucked, dude. Like we're fucked, dude.
11th bass player.
Yeah.
You're like the seven.
See now Toby's gonna go around going, "What the fuck you gonna do? Keep me out?"
You got a big chip on your shoulder now.
Thank you guys, man. This has been
I
great.
think it's good to have that, that little bit of generations between you guys, though. I think that helps with, because like we talked to a band from here called Halo Scars, and they're from 6 or 7 years old all the way down to like 26. I mean, there's a good gap in between all of them. So
Yeah,
I think
that's like us.
I think that helps with like the mentality of what you do. Yeah,
But it's funny. It always comes back to the same shit, man. Pantera, fucking death.
Right.
Just normal. We can go on. We all have our little,
our own worlds of music
outside.
Yeah.
But we always come back to the core, man.
But
it's
Jason,
kind of like
we do the same thing. Jason and I, we do the same thing.
Yeah. So I'm thrash, and I'll do metalcore and some groove metal stuff, and then Chris does a lot of the power metal. He's more into the power metal than I am, but he has turned me on to some power metal bands. So that's kind of what we do for each other. So
I have to ask you: are you a Fates Warning fan?
Yes.
Yeah. No exit. No exit. You knew it. No exit.
Yes. No exit. Parallels.
Yeah, I mean, it's all fantastic.
What about Queensryche?
Okay, that was the next question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Queensryche's phenomenal.
I just seen them guys.
Both versions. Even Jeff Tate, Todd Latour. I mean, both versions.
Todd and fucking Jeff.
Yeah. Both versions. I mean, it's not really for me both versions of Queensryche it's not really it's not the same thing like a Van Halen Van Hagar kind of thing, or even Gary Cherone, he was in there too. So I mean, there's three different distinct eras of Van Halen. For me, I don't think Queensryche could have picked a better replacement for Jeff Tate. I really don't.
No,
I think they would have been hard pressed to find somebody to make as smooth a transition from Jeff Tate than they did with Todd Latour.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could smoke 40 cigarettes in the studio and get it done, man, but I can't. I just can't.
I don't think normal people do.
Todd Latour fucking and Jeff, dude. I'm telling you, those are like, you got this realm of vocalists, and then you have these guys that are just like, you can't even. They're just up there, dude. Like,
they're in this. Yeah, they're in this stratosphere, and they're just kind of like looking down on everybody else. It's like there are definitely different levels, but I mean, there are just some guys that are iconic for one, and damn near untouchable for two at the same time. So
yes, and speaking of that, have you guys heard of Sebastian Bach's "A Child Within a Man" album?
No,
I have heard of it. I have not listened to it. I haven't listened to it yet.
Dude, the hits are the hits. Like he has like 3 or 4 music videos out that came out first, but the deep cuts are so good. That whole album just is it's a piece of art, dude. It's so good. I want to get the vinyl. I've heard it on YouTube 1,000 times, but I'm gonna buy the vinyl. I want the whole thing,
Yeah.
But
that
guy just like came back basically.
Yeah, I still need to listen to it. Yeah, I have heard of it. I have not listened to it yet, so it is a on the to-do list for sure. But
you guys bring up Queensryche, and every time somebody brings up Queensryche, I gotta ask, what about Sabotage? Y'all know that band or
Sabotage?
Yeah,
we're big Sabotage.
Fuck yeah, I love some Sabotage, man.
Yes,
brothers. Sabotage or Sabotage? Which one?
Sabotage.
All of the King is the Sabotage.
Yeah, that's like the only fucking song I know.
I like Sirens.
The Sirens. They had the Sirens album, dude. That was a great album, dude. Sabotage is that guy. The world did not know. Like just like Sean Lane, they're gone too early, and it is what it is.
Right.
But I think Sabotage, and they do the Trans-Siberian Orchestra shit, which I've seen. Yep. It's great. It's fucking awesome. But I know he's been out of it for a minute. But no, Chris was the man. Like that guitar player could have been. Like he was in the Randy Rhoads.
Oh yeah,
category.
Great guitar.
It would have been fucking crazy. Sabotage the shit, dude. Like If anybody brings up Sabotage, we're like, what? Like, it's kind of like, no way, dude. Like,
Actually,
bro.
I actually have Edge of. I got Edge of Thorns and Handful of Rain on cassette still. So
yes, dude, hell yeah.
Hey, have you ever seen the CD Ghost in the Ruins live? And it's just basically
oh man, watch that. That's the Sabotage greatest hits live.
Yeah,
Ghost in the Ruins, Sabotage. I'm telling you, man.
It's Chris Oliva on the front. He's in purple, and it's like purple and orange. The
Change
cover.
your life.
But it's a whole live album, all the greatest hits. And me and Alec, our uncle showed me and Alec that band, but that album. Well, that's what we were raised on. So when we heard the original stuff after, it was so different. We liked the live album, so much because that's what we were raised on because it's so good.
That's all I ever heard when I first heard of Sabotage. Yeah,
they do it justice. That's a good live album.
Ghost in the Ruin, dude. That's the shit, dude. What's your guys? I know we're getting a little simpler here, but like all time, I know it's hard. Each of you guys, Chris and Jason, what's your number one, no matter what, or at least two? What's the band's like? I'm talking
the one underneath.
That doesn't matter about music or business or anything. Like the band that you fucking put on, and that's what it is. That's your fucking band.
God, I don't really know if I can answer that of all time, but here lately,
he's like, no, you got to.
No, but here lately, like Machine Head has been my go-to.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
Machine Head.
Blackening's the best.
Yeah, well,
it's great.
Real quick before we get to Jason, I have to ask: have you? What do you think about the new album that came out?
I like it.
I love it, dude. Arrows and words.
The arrows and words from the sky. The only thing
you're talking about Machine Head, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of bummed me out about the new album is it wasn't
was on there,
yeah, it wasn't all new. He kind of like took the EP and kind of like shoved it in there. So I mean there's like 10 tracks on it and 6 of them, what was it, 5 or 6 were brand new. That was like the only thing that bummed me out about it. But I mean the overall quality of it is great. But
yeah,
I mean, great. I didn't even realize that part of it.
Yeah. So yeah, I can listen. Like it's a start it and listen to it all the way through. But I mean the Blackening for me, the Blackening was their absolute masterpiece. That album.
Oh yeah,
that album to me. That album to me is
perfect. What we're playing. We would not play what we're playing if it wasn't for the Blackening, dude. That's the greatest magnum opus of Machine Head, dude. That's Machine Head to me.
That's the Blackening. The Blackening has been their masterpiece, and everything after the Blackening has been phenomenal. For me, in the same respect as there's a Pantera and a Pantera 2.0. For me, there's a Machine Head and a Machine Head 2.0, and Machine Head 2.0 starts at the Blackening and goes forward to now.
Hell yeah.
Pantera 2.0 is Cowboys from Hell on forward. So
yeah.
So for me, Machine Head kind of followed the same trajectory. Is they kind of came up. They were a heavy metal band. They had like they had the little sprinkling in of a little bit of rap in there, and then 2007 came along, and all of a sudden they went in that completely different Cowboys from Hell direction. They're like, all right, we're still metal, but we're bringing in
crazy.
We're bringing in this dark imagery. We're bringing in more melody. Rob Flynn has got he's actually really got a phenomenal singing voice.
Mm-hmm.
So bringing
in major influence.
Yeah. So bringing in that melodic aspect, of course, he did it earlier in his career, but I mean, he really made it part of his repertoire on the Blackening, and the Blackening going forward onto the Locust, Bloodstone and Diamonds, and even Catharsis gets shit on more than I think it should.
Oh yeah,
so
great album.
Catharsis. I don't know. Catharsis got shit on so hard when it came out, and I don't really know why. But I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but like when Catharsis came out, the overall consensus of it was, most of the stuff I read was mostly negative. I'm like, what the fuck are these people listening to? So, I mean, maybe I was a little biased, maybe I was, but I just didn't hear the problem. I didn't hear the problem.
Yeah.
Now I will say it's probably not my favorite album of, you know, quote unquote Machine Head 2.0, but there was nothing wrong with Catharsis. There was nothing wrong with it.
There was
So
also nothing wrong with Through the Ashes of Empire.
no, there absolutely was not.
Transition from Burn My Eye Blackening.
Oh yeah, that album's for
Dude, that album's that was my I like the Blackening, but dude, that album got me.
Well,
Any of them was Through the Ashes of Empire,
like
bro.
a business
Yeah.
card.
It was still little supercharger.
Mhm. Yeah, it absolutely
Anyways,
was.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So, I mean, if you're putting me on the spot as far as an all time band, it probably is Metallica, because just of who they were, what they did, and what they did for the genre. Because, you know, the first 4 albums obviously is the golden age of, you know, Metallica. The first 4 albums, I mean, you're probably talking about, I mean, if you had like a bracket of, all right, all these great bands, who had the best start to their career, I mean, those 4 albums are going to be on the bracket, and they're going to go far in that tournament. They're going to win it, who knows? It would all depend on who else is in the tournament. But, and you know, and a lot of people were pissed off when the Black Album came out, but I mean, that's when they made it. And I think people were pissed off that Metallica made it, which is weird. Why they would be mad that Metallica made it, you know, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, you sell 31 million, probably pushing 32 million copies worldwide at this point as we're talking. And, you know, people want to get pissed at you and call you a sellout. I mean, you know,
I think they just want to be stuck to a club.
yeah. Again,
You
like I say, people are allowed to fan how they want to fan, but
yeah.
you know, and ironically enough, is talking about the Black Album specifically. Ironically enough, and Jason knows this, but my favorite song of all time, hands down, bar none, is "The Unforgiven," which is kind of ironic, but you know,
That is kind of crazy. Yeah.
especially I know it's and I know it's a weird choice, but for some reason, and I really can't pinpoint it, but every time that song comes on, it's just,
it just probably resonates with you in a
it
certain
does.
way, you know.
It does for some reason, and I don't know why. Because I mean, you know, nothing that's gone on in my life is like relevant to the lyrics or anything like that. But I mean, I guess for me, it's just, I guess it was just like the perfect storm of a song, and it just, like Jason said, it just kind of hit me some sort of way, and it just, you know, it is what it is. But with all of the great music that Metallica's put out, and you know, before the Black Album itself, and Metallica's got good shit after the Black Album. They do. They have good stuff. Saint Anger has good stuff on it. It sounds like shit, but they have good stuff on it.
I fucking love Saint Anger, dude.
If they would just remix it, remaster it, I think if it had the overall sound of every other Metallica album, people wouldn't have shit on it. Now, don't get me wrong.
Frantic off of it though.
I don't think they'll ever do that though.
They won't. No, they won't.
That's what they wanted out of the album.
They won't, and they won't, and they shouldn't have to. But if they did, people would would hear it and acknowledge that there is good music. There are good songs on Saint Anger. Now, that being said, I don't disagree with the decision to not let Kirk play any guitar solos on that album. I think that's just dumb.
That's dumb as shit.
Yeah, but that's just me. Jason knows how I feel about guitar solos, and how much I am a fan of them. So I think excluding them was dumb. But Saint Anger as a whole, it didn't sound good at all. But there's quality stuff on every album that they put out from the Black Album. You know, they cut off their hair. They still knew how to play music. It didn't matter. I mean,
they still sold out stadiums. So.
They made that fucking money, baby. That's all we want.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, so
money.
So probably Metallica is probably my favorite band of all time. But
I
like,
totally agree with that too.
Yeah, but like right now, like the last, let's see, 2024, maybe the last, you know, 5-6 years, it's been Machine Head and probably before them, probably Slipknot. I still think Slipknot gets shit on probably more than they should too, but you
I
know,
have no idea, brother. Me and Toby are the biggest Slipknot fans of all time.
Correction, Toby is.
Well,
Toby's definitely bigger than you, bro. But
how many just because I didn't touch Corey Taylor doesn't mean I'm not a bigger fan. Okay, I love Slipknot.
You were too young.
Oh,
Hey, Toby's gonna be like,
You were
now Toby's gonna be like, prove it, get the tattoo, man.
How old were you in '99?
99. I was in 7th grade.
Yeah,
I was 4 years old.
I was 4.
yeah.
Well,
See, I was.
we're not going to talk about this kind of stuff. This is what we're here for.
Well, I mean, I've got no problem with that. When I saw Slipknot for the first time at Ozfest '99, I was 21.
Oh, you were close.
So I
You
mean,
saw Ozfest in what? 01?
Yes.
2001. He would.
I went to Ozfest in '99, 2000, and 2004, and they were at the '99 Ozfest and they were at the 2004 Ozfest. And the 2004 Ozfest, they actually headlined the second stage. So I've seen Slipknot in Atlanta. I've seen Slipknot in where have I seen them? I've seen them in Atlanta. I've seen them in Nashville 1, 2, 3 times. So I mean, I've seen Slipknot multiple times, and like I say, so I'm not saying I was necessarily around from the beginning because I know they were around in '97, but I mean, I caught on to Slipknot early in their career, so I mean, I've been a fan of their stuff, like their whole career, since the self-titled album.
How do you feel about Eloy? How do you feel about Eloy being in the band now?
I think it's a great pickup. Jay Weinberg did a phenomenal job.
Me too. He got so much hate, dude. I thought he did great.
Yeah.
I've seen him. I saw him. What was it, 2 years ago? Dude, he did great, bro. He's gotten so much hate. He did great.
Yeah, no, he did an excellent job. And actually, the last time I saw Slipknot, he was still with the band, and I didn't. Of course, excuse me, he didn't do like the same thing that Joey would do. He didn't have like a whole drum solo thing with the rotating. Yeah. So I mean, he didn't really have like the same pomp and circumstance that Joey did, but as far as overall playing style, I didn't notice any difference between Joey and Jay, and I think Eloy's going to do just fine.
Oh, yeah, man. Fuck yeah! I'm a huge Sepultura fan before Eloy, like the Igor and Max Cavalera era, But that's what we grew up on too. But yeah, Eloy's like top dog, dude. I think he's the man for the job.
Yeah, he's going to do just fine.
Yeah, y'all talking about Ozfest 2001s and shit? I think I'm just going to see myself out. Damn.
That's
all right. So
Toby's the guy.
His takeaway in there.
The first Ozfest I went, the first Ozfest I went to was in '96. So
yeah,
it's her, baby.
Yeah, Drowning Pool was actually with Dave Williams at the time. So I mean, he was still alive. So it's pretty cool that I got to see. Actually, I've seen Drowning Pool with 3 other singers, I think. So yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
I think I've only missed one of them. I think, if I remember right.
They're working on new music too, Drowning Pool.
Yeah. I'm glad Ryan's back. I'm glad Ryan becomes his back with them too, man.
Yep.
I think he was.
If you're gonna get stepped up, you're gonna get knocked down, dude.
That's right.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah,
that song is a banger.
Yeah. So my favorites, like right now, like if I had if I was just to go out in the car and just throw something in and not worry about what it, not worry about anything. There's 2 bands that I go to. One of them's Lamb of God, of course. And then the other is probably a band that a lot of people would be surprised by, but it's Nonpoint. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Nonpoint.
Nonpoint, yeah, our uncle loves Nonpoint, dude.
Bro, then the first time you saw them,
I go to Rocklahoma every year because they were there in like 2017, bro. They stole the show with the lights, dude. They're awesome,
shit, dude.
I'm gonna put it out there. They killed.
Like
we hit me up after that show and was just like, dude, Nonpoint. They were fucking badass. Never heard them. I don't think
I've heard of them. They played now.
I don't think you ever saw them though.
Never saw them.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah, you were telling me like, dude, these guys fucking killed it, and yeah.
Yeah, we met.
Lamb of God.
We met them a lot of times, so we met Non-Point like we met them Non-Point so many times. They don't know us by name, but they see us. They're like, oh, hey, like they automatically know.
It's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Fuck the name. They point, and it's like, hell yeah, dude, I'm whatever you want me to be.
Elias, Elias is already like, you want a picture, don't you? I'm like, duh, I ain't that one. Like,
I already have 14 of them, but I'll take a 15th for sure.
Well, and tell them what other tie-in you have to Non-Point, Jason.
Oh God, so before doing this, he's gonna make me talk about wrestling. I was trying not to, but I was a pro wrestler for 18 years. So that was like, yeah. So Bullet.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, do not. Okay. Bullet with a quick note. Explain that, please.
So Bullet with a Name was like my interest music for most of my career. So that's kind of the tie-in I have with those guys. Like I actually heard that on a compilation CD that I had. They haven't even released the song yet, and I heard it on a compilation CD, and I had it on that forever. And it had like Non-Point, Edema, and like a lot of like bands from that era.
Dude, Edema?
Yeah. So
Mortal Kombat song that they did back in the 2000s.
Oh yeah, Immortal, yeah. So,
anyways, hey, what's the biggest bump you ever took, bro?
The biggest?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Sorry to get off metal. You talk about wrestling. You done struck a nerve here.
Trying to think of the biggest bump. So I don't know if it was like the biggest, but it was probably one of the. It was like an oh shit moment for me because I was wrestling a guy named Primetime Brian Lee. And he had like he was like a big guy, big name back in. Actually, he was. If you ever go back and watch like SummerSlam of like '94, he was the second Undertaker. So I was wrestling this guy. So I'm already like, oh shit, I'm already like, yeah, that's And he even told me, he's like, dude, it's gonna be great. Just do what you do, it'll be great. So we got into it, and I'm so excited about how everything's going. We're on the floor. And he gives me like this big fucking like uppercut or hits me with something I can't remember. Sorry, but I jump, and by the time I'm like midair, I realize I'm on fucking concrete. And then by the time I hit, I'm like, oh fuck. So it's kind of like one of those moments you just get caught up in doing what you're doing and not realizing your surroundings, and you're like, oh fuck, I fucked up. But
the fact that you even did it though, oh my God. Me and Toby are right, New Joe. I don't even want to. Hey, we could not go into wrestling because we could take this podcast 17 different ways. We could take this interview 17. We don't have to talk about music, dude.
I think the thing is I didn't do a lot of that crazy shit because I wanted longevity in the business. I didn't want to do something that was going to cripple me and hinder me from trying to make a name. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of
those jobbers were just taking fucking hits, dude. You don't want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would do stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I was always a person like they'd come up to me and say, "Hey, we want to do this and this." I'm like, no. And they're like, "What do you mean, Nas, man?" I said, "That made no fucking sense, man. Why would I fucking do that?" Like, And I think that may have been like some reasons why I never made it because I was kind of like, because my health comes first, dude. Like this is,
right,
I put my body on the line already, and then you're asking for a little extra effort with no extra piece, no extra cash.
Yeah,
So that's a problem too. Like, you're asking me to do this extra shit, and I'm not getting paid for it. Fuck that.
Well, I mean, videos we could check out later to watch. That's shit, dude.
Oh, there's some stuff on YouTube. I got like a lot of stuff. I've been talking to a buddy of mine. He puts out his name's Brian Turner. He's got a thing called VHS Rehab, and he finds all these VHSs, and he's got like a translator or whatever, and he uploads them to YouTube. He's got a channel over there. I got some stuff on there, and then I got some stuff.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna check it out. Oh yeah, it's done, bro. Hey, I'm telling you, dude. I don't even know what music is. As soon as I hear, I pro wrestled for about 17, 18 years. Yeah, this podcast is done. We're gonna do the wrestling podcast.
People always ask me that too. Like people always ask me that too.
Why didn't you guys want to see me and Toby 3D this dude through the table.
Through a
dude.
table.
Like, what's going down?
Get the table, Toby. But yeah, it's like everybody always asks, why did you not do a wrestling
3D slam?
They say, why did you not do a wrestling podcast? Well, because there's so many people doing them. Like, there's not.
It's a lot.
There's
If we
not.
combine the two, we could get viewers, bro.
Yeah, but I was like, I said, man, there's nobody doing this for these bands like that I know of. So why not why not step up and do that? Because that's something we're trying to do something to be known for and marked for. Why not be the metal?
Well, you guys are doing it out of like the goodness of your fucking love for the fucking music. Like It's weird. We don't get hit up like this all the time, bro. So every time we do, like, we're over here, like, oh my god, dude, we're getting fucking what? Like, we get to do an interview. Like, dude, this is territory for us that we have not conquered yet. So this is always a good time. And even if you guys want to have us on after this, just to fucking, we'll talk about wrestling. About Def Leppard, dude. I don't care. We just like
put her down. We can just fucking talk.
Toby can talk about Skid Row for about 24 hours. So you guys
I can talk about anything for probably as long as you want.
You don't want me and Toby in the same room. It's bad. It's bad.
Nobody gets a goddamn word out.
You will never get a word. We're talking about some important shit.
You can just go live with me and him talking about a conversation. You have hours worth of content.
Hey, we should do, and when you guys do end it though, we should do the Sopranos ending. Where it just goes.
David Chase knew what he was doing.
Tyler's like, I drove 2 hours. I can't even fucking see nothing.
He needs good HBO. But he needs to do. He needs
what the fuck have you found over here, Chris?
Well, just share the screen and we can all look at it.
No way.
Oh my god!
Is that my man right here?
No way!
I want to see a swanton bomb with your fuck.
Okay, one on the right.
We're watching wrestling on a Metalheads podcast.
Okay, this is oh my god, Toby. It's like damn.
I mean, they wanted to know if there was footage out there. I found some footage. Hang on.
I was like, hell, get past the dumb shit.
How many power bombs does it take, Dave? Oh, here we go. This is so fucking sick, Toby. This is so sick. This is so sick.
Is that me back in wrestling? Because he'd cut you.
You're gonna kill him. You're gonna kill him.
That was a bad ball. Shoulders back. 1, 2.
That's a free count.
Video. Come on. Oh, wait, that was full.
Yeah, blurry.
There we go.
This is the kayfabe. Did you guys practice kayfabe throughout this, or were you?
So it was big when I come in, and then like now it's like fuck, nobody gives a shit about this putting on there. It kind of like pissing me off in a way
This is insane.
You're just trying to throw bodies around, dude. Shit. That's just like this guy.
Well, I mean, we do. I came in at a time where nobody, and not everybody, nobody could do this.
That's the first one. I've been dislocated. Yeah, I'm not anymore. I'm dislocated both shoulders trying to play. I into a lot of air loss. Give him the fucking stunner, dude. Big shot. You have no idea what you guys are doing for me and Toby right now. Look at that, dude. Oh, shit. It's gonna be, dude, it's gonna, He's got to build it up, dude. The pimp's not going to happen on a man like that, dude. He's got to build it up. You have to build it up. This is your guys' new show, dude. Just show us the old wrestling videos. He has nothing to do the announcers, dude. We'll fucking. I'll Jim Ross that shit so hard, dude. You will. Yeah. The roles will change up. You guys need to do this because this is like very coincidental.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
So yeah, there's footage out there.
Why'd you have to pick the one? Why'd you have to pick the one where I lost, man?
I never got to see you win, for Christ's sake.
You have no idea what Toby can bring to the
That slap's gonna hurt.
Charisma, yeah. Don't give me big on.
I didn't know you lost that one either, so I didn't know you lost.
Well, that was like that was
no, we don't need to see the ending, dude. You won. You won in our hearts. You won. You won in our hearts.
That was kind of like my supposedly kind of walk away kind of moment, I guess. I was in my
yeah.
I was kind of I was in my early 40s, and shit was starting to hurt, and I was like, man, I don't know how much longer I could do this shit. It was like
farewell, dude.
It was
amazing.
Pretty much.
Damn, for early 40s, bro.
No, you worked them. You worked them.
It was like health or what do you do? So it's kind of like, yeah, I kind of want to hold my grandkids at some point. So it's like,
right.
So and at 42, nobody's gonna come knocking on your door trying to give you a contract either. So it's kind of like, well, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing this for?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to see some more, there's more on YouTube. It's Mr. Impact JT Quest. That's what
I'm worried. Hey, me and Toby, you have no idea. Once we get off, it's like, dude, you ever heard that? So he's doing it right now.
There you go, right there,
bro. Mr. Side right there.
So we kind of got off track, but I know have you guys played a lot of live shows together or like outside of Kansas and stuff? Or?
We always playing together.
Well, we did our European run in 2018, which was 24 shows in 26 days or some shit like that.
It was not 20.
It was
like
20.
15 shows.
No, it was like 18. No, it was like 20.
It's like 15 shows.
We were gone for 25 days. At least we missed our flight, and that's what I thought. But no, we've always played a lot of shows. We kind of avoid our hometown just because once you burn out on it, you play so much. It's dude, it's crazy. It is what it is. But yeah, we play Kansas City a lot, Lawrence a lot. Any state that will have us. We've done Midwest runs. We've done Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana. We've done Wisconsin shows.
We've been to Reno.
We've kind of done it. I'm just really fucking hungry, man. We'll play anywhere.
Yeah, we're what's this August?
Oh, you hear this?
Yeah, August 3rd, Saturday. We're going to Growl Records in Arlington, Texas, to play.
We're gonna go see the fucking Diamond Benny's grave too.
I got pics from before they fenced it up. They got it fenced up now, but I got pics before they did.
Yeah. I was hoping that I could be there, but they got a big black fence around the burial. Yeah, no, it's not like that. It's walk a little. You just can't open the gate, bro. Like it's there was a band back in the day. I was telling my brother, there was a band like 2015 that desecrated Dime's grave before Vinny passed. There was a band. It was some grindcore band. I can't remember, but it was on Metal Sucks. It was on like Blabbermouth and all those websites.
I remember that.
2015-ish. Some grindcore band went in there and I think shit on Dime's grave or pissed. Did something. I don't know what he did, but that's like a big factor of the fence. But it's like, dude, I don't care what you do in your life. I don't care what, but you just don't do that. I mean, dude, that's just the one thing you don't fucking do, dude. No matter what you play or anything, very fucking disrespectful, dude. And we take Dime to a fucking higher level. So it's like, reading that article, it's like, damn, that's tough. And then you see the fence around it. It's like, well, no fucking wonder. It had to, bro. It is what it is.
So is there any crazy road stories or anything you guys ran into or not?
I mean, we could We could say a bunch, but we might get in trouble type shit.
I can't talk about this.
Legality. What's the
We could talk about Sushi.
limitations?
Toby, the craziest thing about tour with Toby is
What did I do?
he showed up and he did a great job, and we all went home happy. Like, well, we have some stories, but it's nothing out of the ordinary, bro. You pull up to a show, you sit in the green room, which everybody thinks you're partying, but you're just on Facebook scrolling, or you're on your laptop doing something. Dude, it's the most boring lifestyle of all
The only
time.
thing I can think of right now is we had a show.
Oh, the bum?
We had a show in Wisconsin.
No, I thought he was going to talk about the bum. Now I have a story. Go ahead.
Okay,
Fred. Go
that's
ahead.
Independent.
We had a show in Wisconsin, and we got into our Airbnb, got all settled in, and then as we were walking in and out smoking cigarettes,
That's a good story.
Toby was outside, and he got to catch some shit go down at a four-way next to the Airbnb.
It was like a cop chase.
Yeah,
The
so,
cop was chasing a car.
so he comes in, and he's like, "You need to come out here. There's cops, and there's everything outside going down right at this four-way right next to the apartment."
We're nosy.
And we're like, I'm like, I don't believe you. I think
Yeah.
I don't really believe it.
I think you're messing with me. I'm not gonna come out. He's like, no, you need to come here. This is serious. Come out here.
And I was like, dude, there's 30 cops. It's crazy.
And so we're like,
Dude,
It's on here.
so we're like, all right, we all go outside. And no shit, we walk outside. We walk down the sidewalk a little further, and there's a cop car upside down.
Oh shit!
The
Someone's yard.
the hood and the
In the front
windshield,
yard,
Raise it up.
right outside of our Airbnb.
the hood and the windshield is smashed into the road.
Oh my
And
god!
so, yeah, so when we walked up to the car, there had been neighbors around too. They're standing around, but there is police officers and everything just like cleaning up the mess. There's people, there's police officers with cameras just catching everything. It was so fresh.
It's on my Snapchat. I'll send you the link because it's awesome.
So I think what happened at that four-way
Crazy.
intersection was somebody was being chased or being followed, and the cop car hit the car, basically on accident in a chase with somebody else. So I think this pedestrian or this car that had nothing to do with the chase got hit on accident because this cop car was chasing somebody else, basically. This innocent car just basically came in the four-way and just got hit by this cop car.
That's the most PG story we can tell you. For sure.
But yeah, it was crazy.
No, we're very boring, dude. Nothing ever crazy happens. Like, we're just happy enough to be out there playing the show, dude. Like, I actually like it when nothing crazy happens, dude. I like a very tight, knit life. Yeah,
I like a tight.
like
life.
a tight life, dude.
I'm so down with cop car. That's about it.
R.I.P. Bucko.
Well, I mean, we're not saying anything, like, I mean, crazy could go a lot of different ways, I guess.
Yeah.
But we've had people on the show have been like, on a tour, and they was like, "Oh, we're getting to meet Tom Heafy," Tom Heafy. What the fuck, Matt Heafy? And I was like, but yeah, we're getting to meet Matt Heafy and blah 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 blah. And they opens up the damn door, and he's like, "Oh, what's up, Kevin?" And he already knows the bassist in the band, and I'm like, "What the fuck? I didn't know him."
Yeah.
Like,
No
they had
No touring.
The only thing close to that would be
Diamond play.
the only thing close to that would be we were in Kansas City. We were out front of the Beaumont Club, and Lazarus AD had pulled up, and they were playing that night with Diamond Plate.
It was Diamond Plate, Lazarus AD, and Warbringer. That was the
and the guitar player and
2010, 2011.
both the guitar players, the guitar player and drummer came up to us at the front door, and was like, "Hey man,
You guys smoke weed?
yeah, you know, yeah, bud, and we're like,
We had 2 blunts on us, which is funny as fuck because I'm 16, he's 18, he's 16. We had 2 blunts on us, and it's like, dude, we're saving this until Lazarus AD goes on, and the next one's going for Diamond Plate or Warbringer. It doesn't matter. But no, they asked us, "You guys know where to get any weed around here? We're not from Kansas City, we're from Topeka." And us being the first ones in line, it's like, no, but we got weed. Do you want to smoke? And we smoked them up. Smoked both blunts on there. They were cool, but Diamond Plate was way cooler. Like Diamond Plate, as far as guys, like Diamond Plate was the shit. Like I love Diamond Plate, but Last said he was
That
dope.
made me cry.
We smoked him up, blah blah blah. And as me as a 16-year-old, it's just like Tyler falling just now. It was just kind of one of those.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh,
He's using my drum chair, and
no,
my drum
Don't
stool.
make excuses. This dude's
No, my drum stool is not that.
Hey, he's gonna stay down there for the rest of the fucking show. Done. There's no way.
Oh, man.
I think this
There's
is
no word. There's no explaining what just happened. Holy shit! And I hope I can go back and watch that. What's that? 2 weeks. I'm so glad it wasn't me. 2 straight. It's 4. Never forget.
He just ate.
Hey, please, I will pay you guys money if you clip that. If you can clip that, I will pay you guys money.
Oh, I can clip it out. I can clip it out. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
We,
please
abso-
clip
we
that.
absolutely
No,
can.
sir, please. No, sir. Please clip that. I will pay good money for that. Don't touch me.
I will.
Don't
I will.
touch me.
I'll do that. I'll do that and send it to your email. So.
That was awesome. I didn't know that was. I saw that in the screen.
I don't care what it was. I'm so glad it wasn't me.
Yeah. Well, thank God. Well, thank God he didn't. Well, thank God he didn't sit down without the seat there. That would have been even more.
Man.
Flexing, dude. Flex too hard.
No, Kobe kicked my fucking slide up there, so I was like,
Oh, Kobe fucking made him fall.
yeah, that's what I've been saying the whole time.
Oh, okay. We'll blame it on the bass
I've
player.
been saying that
Blame
since
it on the bass player, dude. Fuck it.
Yeah. He's like the bass player always gets shit. So might as well get
Yeah.
it for something I did. Right?
Shit.
I'm so sorry. We're the most professional band you guys have ever had on, dude. It is what it is. Oh, he redeemed himself. My feet are clipped that too.
Yeah, the one great thing about Warbringer is it kind of brought us on to Lazarus AD and Forearm, which is another band that I love too. So
Fuck yes, dude.
That's exactly how it happened with us as Warbringer.
Yeah.
Then like it just led into
I'm being right. Being very already less than about a year and a half before Warbringer showed up.
Last yes.
Diamond Plate was my band. Brett's band is Lazarus AD. Mine was Diamond Plate. Tyler's was Warbringer. We loved Rethrash, bro. Like the fucking those 2010, 11, 12, like that Rethrash that came out. You can't do it nowadays because it all kind of sounds the same. But back then they kind of did it. Lazarus AD is so flavorful, dude. Like that's we wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for Lazarus AD, dude. Like that's one of the big bands up there, top 5 that we look up to.
Yeah.
As far as songwriting.
And rest in peace to that drummer Ryan Shuttle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He died at like 28 or 27.
27 natural causes.
So young.
Yeah, that sucked when that happened.
Lazarus is the man, dude. I'm telling you, Lazarus was the band, the man, everything we ever wanted to be in a band. But like listening to Rethrash, we were always like old school thrash, obviously, but we were always these weird metalcore boys, dude. Like we loved, like they said earlier, the Bullets, the Triviums, the As They Dying, like Kill Switch is the gods. Like we took those metalcores and then we took those with the Rethrash and Lazarus, and then we heard of a band called Death, and it was over. As soon as we heard of Death, it was over. Dude.
All that what he just said in a nutshell
major influence
is Bleed the Victim.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, then that's Bleed the Victim. You talk about metalcore. I'm a big Iceland Kills and Motionless in White fan, and so those are.
That's the new wave. The new wave type.
Yeah,
shit.
I like a lot of the new wave stuff. Yeah, but I mean, I'll still rap out to like Bullet for My Valentine's, one of my bucket list concerts too. I've never seen yet, so I can't wait for those.
I've seen it twice. I think I've seen it twice.
Yeah,
they're great, bro.
I'm hoping they do that Trivium tour with over here.
And what's crazy is even wrapping up about who Bleed the Victim is as a band. Besides Toby, Tyler can be in it because it was that age. But Ascendancy and The Poison, those 2 albums that they're playing on that tour, is us. Like that's what we grew up on when I'm in like 7th, 8th grade. Like, oh my God, like. I love Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth. This is my bands, but listening to that shit was like next level type. We're young cats, bro. Like I love that shit, dude. That's like what set us apart from just being a thrash band or just being a death metal band or just being whatever. It was everything.
Well, I think I lean toward like a lot of those, just like Iceland. I mean, they got a niche for like the horror theme stuff. So I mean, it's like I think those niches kind of drag me in too, where you kind of got like a. When they had their first, not their first record, but I think it was third. Every Trick in the Book, I think was their 3rd record. When they come out with that was kind of all novel based, and then after that, they could do the Silver Scream, and then it was all horror based. And I think they've kind of like carried on with that so well. And I think it's hard to like do that. But if you think about it, I mean, they're always going to make horror movies, so you're always going to have some content. I think so.
There's always content to make a theme band out of that, you know.
Right. And they do it really well.
Bands just to use the horror samples. It is what it is, you know. It gravitates towards the genre, man. It really is.
Yeah.
Well,
and I think they took it to a new level. I mean, you think you could go back and say they had horror-based bands, but I think they took it to a new level with writing the music about the movies, and I don't think that was kind of around. You know, I think that's kind of what they brought to the table whenever they were coming out. So.
Well, and one good thing that Ice Nine Kills could do, and I mean, you're wearing the shirt. I mean, they haven't even touched on the Terrifier series yet, so I mean,
right?
They could always. I
cannot wait, dude.
They could always
wait. Oh my god.
You know, I mean, they haven't even. I mean, they could. You know, they could incorporate Art the Clown in one of their music videos somehow. I mean, they've got the, you know, they have the production value to be able to do that. So I mean, you know, Terrifier. Hell, they're working on Terrifier 3 right now. So I mean, you know.
And Jericho was in the second one, so I mean,
yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, the new Terrifier 3 is going to be Christmas themed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't wait. I mean, dude, I'm a sucker. Dude, that's the thing is you can talk about pro wrestling, horror movies. Dude, it's weird, man. Metal's a very big part, but like that's the cool thing about being in a band with your friends is dude, that's just the surface, bro. You're not even tapping into individual personalities or anything. It's just we just like cool shit, bro. Like that's everything. It just, dude, everything. Horror movies, pro wrestling, music. So it'll be like Skid Row, you know, more than other people. You know, it is what it is. You know? Not the street, bro. Not the area, but the band. You know.
Well, the only topic we really try to stay away from is politics. We don't.
We don't talk about that shit.
No politics, no religion for us, dude. We're not that band, dude.
Right, same. We don't stir that shit up.
The music is so much more important than bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Straight up, dude.
And it's sad because there's a lot of
our songs.
There's a lot of music out there with political themes that are great, though. But I just don't. You know,
of course, System of a Down, Megadeth, of course. But like to us, it's. We would never ride that wave because it was never important to us to begin with, dude. It's just like any song we ever write, if anybody misconstrues anything, none of it was about politics or religion. It's about life, dude. Just being the individual that you are in life. That's all it is, dude. Fuck politics, fuck religion, fuck all that shit. We stay as far away as possible from both sides. It does not matter.
Yeah, and actually, that's something I brought up when we met David Sanchez and Pete Weber from Havoc.
Dude.
I said, dude, how are you gonna write an album a year before the pandemic and it be about the fucking pandemic? How the fuck are you gonna do that?
They do, but they're so smooth about it, they can get away with it, dude. Because it's that whole era, like the pandemic and even corruption and all that. That's thrash, bro. Like, it's so easy for him to fucking pick it up and go, dude, and not make it political, but make it a statement, you know?
Right. It was so crazy how all of it fit into everything that we were doing. Like after it came out, I'm just like, what the fuck? This dude got like ESP or something? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it was so crazy, but it was great. Like I loved fucking 5. I loved the VO.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, Havoc hasn't put out a bad album yet either. So
no fillers, all bangers for sure.
Yeah, they have not. The only thing that sucked is when we saw him. What was it last year? We saw him. The only thing that bummed me out is I didn't get to hear "Scumbag in Disguise." But
Hey, you can't play all the fucking hits, dude. You can only play like 9 of them.
That's right. True.
That's all right. That's all right. I'll catch it next time. I'll catch it.
Oh yeah.
So, have you guys ever heard of like the Full Terrasol festival that goes on in Illinois? FTA.
Yeah. We've
absolutely heard of it.
We've talked about it. Yeah.
They've played it, but my favorite story about that is me and Brett were running merch, and we just played the show. We were partying, you know. I'm not going to go into what we were doing. We were partying. And Municipal Waste singer, I can't remember his name, but we played like 3 hours before Municipal. But that guy, that band in Municipal was so fucking cool that we're running merch. It's been like 2.5 hours at least, and he just comes up, fist bumps us, but he fist bumps us literally 5 minutes before they're going on stage. So he had time to fist bump me and Brett running our merch, saying you guys were sick. And then we watch him go this way, backstage, gets on stage, and just starts the show. It was a cool little moment in time.
Yeah,
we weren't on mushrooms or anything. Don't worry about it. We weren't fucking absolutely having the best time of our lives. Don't worry about it. Hey, that's a funny story is that same night, about 2 hours after that, we told Toby, we said, hey, man, can you watch the merch? Because we want to go watch, Municipal Waste. We want to fucking get in the show. And it's only us 4. So, got to shift,
Right.
And we told Toby to watch the merch. We came back about an hour later, and Toby was standing in the same spot. He was watching the merch. He wasn't selling or watching the merch. He was looking at the merch for an hour straight, standing like this, just watching the merch. He did a great job.
He was following. Yeah, he was
Dude,
following.
They probably could have stole so much shit, and he wouldn't have known. You have no idea.
He was following
watching the merch,
instructions.
dude.
Yeah, he was following instructions.
Yeah, that's all he was
Hey,
doing.
that's all we told him. Watch the merch. He did a great job.
He looked right
10
at
out of 10. We'll call him again.
So I guess we're gonna wrap up here shortly, guys. Is there any plug?
Because I gotta smoke weed and go to bed and eat McDonald's or something.
Is there any
That's not what
plug?
you got to eat.
Is there any plugs you guys want to throw out there before we go? Or
Dude, just follow all of our socials. Dude, Instagram, we're on everything. Anything that District Kid offers, just look it up. We're on everything. Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, whatever the fuck it is nowadays.
We just came out with a Slave of Mine music video. Check it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then we just did a live recording of another single.
Within us, which actually,
on that.
what was that guy's name with the J? The commenter at the bottom. He said he's
Jorge.
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 Yeah.
Commented on the earlier.
Yeah, Jorge.
Yeah. I think we're gonna try to do that. Maybe.
So that's our latest thing happening right now. And if it doesn't happen, late fall, winter, we're gonna do some springtime releases. We're gonna do like at least a single or a little EP.
We're gonna pump out as much goddamn music as we can right now, instantly.
yeah.
Just keep it coming.
And like you guys said earlier, keep the attention.
Oh, we also want to plug Coors Light for being such a good hidden
think
sponsor.
we all would like to plug Axel Harvey Productions and Hen House.
Yes, Hen House Productions and Robert Beck. Robert Beck's the man, dude.
Robert Beck's always the man.
We could go on and on for shout outs, but thank you guys for real so much because
Yes.
dude,
Shout out to
if
you
you
guys.
guys ever fucking don't have ideas for anything, call us again, bro.
Dude.
We'll be right here, bro, ready to talk about wrestling,
Oh,
fucking music, whatever you guys want, bro. Like,
And we'll wax nostalgic on wrestling, metal, you fucking name it, bro.
Yeah.
We-
hey, shit, if you want to start a wrestling podcast, bro, you got 2 dudes right here that hooked up and butted, bro. You let us know.
well,
I just want to talk.
Well, I mean, hell, I know we have had guests come back on before, like we've had a guest will come on talk about an album, then we've had return guests before.
yeah,
I am very unsure about a lot of things, but I guarantee you we are going to have you guys back on the show again.
Oh,
This
fuck
was
yeah.
this was way this was way
Fuck
this
yeah,
was
dude.
this was
Anytime.
this was
Call us tomorrow.
yeah this was
He's
way,
a call.
dude.
yeah this was
Realistic, just hanging out with the boys, man. No
Yeah.
fucking fake dumb shit by our
Right.
album, dude. We're just hanging out.
Yeah, we're
This
not
was-
trying to shove it down your throats. Just give us a
Yeah.
fucking listen. Follow us on all the bullshit. We're not a big social media band, but we do keep up with everything. And just hit us up, man. Fuck,
Yeah.
we're a
This
text
was-
away, dude. Shit.
yeah this was way too much fun to not do this again. So we
And
will,
hit up Dana and hit up
Hours, guys.
hit up Dana at Metal and Taps. Maybe we can get you guys out this way. So
yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Hey, email us. Just email us your guys' favorite venues in your guys' areas. We will hit them up and we will come that way, bro. Like,
And this is
we've always been trying to get to the Nashville area, dude. We've always tried to get down there, dude. Like,
And if we can, we'll do a pop in and we'll do a in-person interview with you guys.
fucking in
Oh,
person.
hell yeah.
Sexy as fuck. Me and Tyler flexing the entire time like we have been this time.
And literally, this is just a typical Friday night for us, guys. This was nothing special. That we could talk like this for days.
Yeah, dude. You
This
guys
is,
you guys actually found the wrong band. 'Cause almost every night we started up, dude. Like, you guys have nothing better going on but to talk metal with some fucking righteous ass dude. Let's go.
We're just best friends hanging out, man.
Hey, we
Well, that's,
appreciate it, guys.
that's Rick Jimenez from Station AD. He can we give him a topic, dude, and he'll run with that shit for like 30 minutes, man.
Yes,
we
he
just there
will.
going fuck, and it's great. So I mean, we
Sorry,
we-
guys.
we
we're,
put- we-
we're that guys, bro.
Well, no, we
Have
put-
not taken a bathroom
that
break.
guys.
No bathroom.
Yeah, son, hey, you guys got jugs. You guys pissing in jugs right now because we couldn't fucking take the heat.
Champions.
We couldn't handle it.
I've pissed 3 times.
yeah, I think beer hits you a little bit different than the rest of the stuff, though. So If I was drinking, if I was drinking beer, I'd have done hit it about 6 times probably. So.
Yeah, I've actually. You guys will probably find this strange, but I've never actually drank alcohol in my life.
That is the fucking shit. Are you kidding me?
That's awesome.
I swear to God, I'm 46 in a couple of weeks. I've never had alcohol or a cigarette.
You will live until you are a fucking 100.
Well, you're the man,
dude.
and man, dude, you're still such a great time.
Holy yeah, dude.
I
love it.
I love it.
Yeah, you look great. There's no way you're 46.
Yeah, dude.
No fucking way.
Almost. Yep.
Toby, stop everything immediately.
Made in Michigan.
Hey, he's bald though.
That's the fucking shit, dude.
Bald happens to the best of us, brother. Don't let no one tell you
I'm
anything different.
Fuck his baldness. He looks great. What are you talking about?
Sucks. We're brothers, okay?
Hell, I'm a year out from 50, so I'll be 50 next year. So
yeah, so
fuck yeah, dude. Well, you guys are fighting a good fight, and after this interview, go back and listen to the EP again and see if you still like it.
Oh yeah.
Hell, I think you guys. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up right now.
You might as well wait 60 more seconds. We're going on 3 right now.
Oh yeah, brother. we'll get to 3 hours even. Yeah, we're not.
God damn, thank you guys. Because we don't do this.
Yeah. And right when it hits,
awesome.
Right when it hits 3 hours, just close it. Don't even say bye.
Fuck
3 hours.
Dude. We're surpassing Rogan on the charts, bro. We done did it.
I thought maybe it would tell me how many times I got listened to, but it didn't tell me. But I'm sure I was about 50 of those. So
hell yeah, fuck yeah, dude,
fuck yeah.
Because I mean I did the review, so I listened to it about 3 times doing that just to try to pick out everything, and then of course I've listened to it in between, and then I listened to it about twice today. So I at least a good 10 times out of that's probably just me. So hopefully they don't use IP addresses to figure out plays.
Well, I mean, you can put me down for at least a half a dozen too. So
yeah. So
thank you guys so much.
We're definitely doing our part, man. So.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, have us back whenever you want, dude. If you guys are bored and don't have any ideas, me and Toby could talk 6 hours about elbow drops, dude. Only elbow drops. We'll go the entire time, dude.
It's so easy, man. You guys made it very comfortable, and we appreciate your.
Yeah, you guys are so down to earth, cool dudes, man. Thank you,
fucking dudes.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Metalheads United, bro.
That's something you can't get back. It's a time you give someone else, and we appreciate it, bro.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Well, man, thank you guys for putting out quality shit, man. Like that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, we try, bro.
We gotta all I think we all just gotta lift each other up, at this point. So. That's kind of
what it's the community.
Yeah.
You guys want to see Tyler fall one more time before we go?
I wanted to say this too because I thank you guys because I actually
He's ready. He's ready. He's like, oh, no.
I was actually on you guys' pages earlier, and I actually have kind of started a relationship with the Rock and Metal Union over there. So
yeah, they were sharing our stuff too. Hell yeah, dude, that's the community, bro. That's the shit. That's the community, dude. What it's all about.
So I followed them, and I don't know if they followed me back yet, but we followed them. I did it from the Metalheads page, so they knew it was the page and not just personally. But
thank you guys.
Keep doing what y'all are doing. We're gonna keep what we're doing, and fucking hopefully at some point,
hopefully we'll cross paths too, man.
Well, benefits.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully we cross paths soon, and we can hook up and
yes, I want to do this.
Oh, we will. Hey, let us know. We'll come down. Hey, should we sign off with the fucking? Are we doing Sopranos? What are we doing? I'll let Chris do the Sopranos. He can end it with the Sopranos. He did it so perfect.
Get over here.
So fucking perfect, dude.
Hell, mine takes up the whole fucking thing. So.
Hey, you guys.
Fucking
all right, brothers.
Guys, have a great
follow us on all the socials, bro. Follow fucking Metalheads United. Follow everybody, dude. Thank you guys so much.
That's right.
Thank you guys, man. Y'all have a good evening.
Hey, we'll talk soon.
Guys, thank you guys so much. Dude.
Bleed.
Man, that was an amazing interview. That was so much fun.
Man, that's fucking awesome. Man.
Fucking cheeks hurt, man. I've been laughing for 3 hours.
I know, right? I can't fucking wait to do it again, dude.
Yeah. God damn, that was so fun.
Yeah.
every interview is fun, but I mean, just to be able to, and it's like Toby said, man, it was just like the six of us just sitting around, just bullshitting. And I mean, that's kind of how we envisioned this whole thing, just getting to know a band,
Right.
Talking about their music, talking about them, getting to know them as a band and as people,
Right.
becoming friends. And it's fucking phenomenal the way that works out, and the way that worked out with those four guys.
So I say just building relationships, man. That's the cool thing. Networking and building relationships, man. That's kind of what we have to do to keep everybody lifted up and moving forward, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's all, I mean, we are all metalheads, and when we unite, you never know, man.
That's right. All right, I guess we will wrap this bad boy up since it's went 3 hours. We really ain't got much time to talk about nothing else. So
no. But we will say real quick before we go, we have another guest next week, and
we do.
and a programming note: next week's guest is going to be Saturday morning. So we do have.
That's right.
We do have another. We have another international guest. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. Nope, that's true. Yep. I looked down at the bottom corner. I looked at the date, and I was like, because I remember we were doing the 22nd.
Right.
And I also remember that it's 1:00 in the morning, so it is Saturday morning. So yeah, so next Saturday, since we're into Saturday morning, Saturday at 9 a.m. we will have another live guest. More international flair to add to our resume here on the Metalheads Unite podcast. So come check that out. We're not going to let you know who. You'll have to tune in to find out who. But
or follow the socials. It'll be advertised there all week.
That's true. It will. But we're not going to give you any hints other than it's another international band. So 9 a.m. on Saturday. We'll be live then. Follow us on all of our social media. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, X, Facebook, Spotify. Facebook group, Facebook page, metalheadsuniteusa@gmail.com is our email address. The radio station is going across the bottom of the screen right now, and we are working on the new website. So actually an
update on that is the foundation's built. Now the website is actually being built up as we speak. So got to add a little bit to that every day to get that built up. So
so that is a work in progress. That is actually in progress. It is moving forward now.
Should be good to go here in the next few weeks. So hopefully.
Yep. But before we go, want to say thanks again to the dudes in Bleed the Victim. They were awesome. So much fun. Thanks to Amy and Dana, our regulars in the chat as always, and thank you to Jorge from Life Force coming by. That was awesome.
Or as he goes by Jay, but
it goes by Jay. But so that
was actually kind of crazy that we were talking about them, and then he popped in the chat.
Right.
Like, wow. Spoke him into existence over there.
I wonder if he sensed a disturbance in the force or something.
Yeah, I don't know. He's like, somebody's talking about me. Who the hell?
Yeah. His ears were burning or something. But yeah, check out Bleed the Victim, and check out their new EP, Serenades of Agony. Check out Flawless Execution, their full length from 2016. You guys won't be disappointed. At least we don't think you will, because we absolutely were not disappointed. So
great stuff.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Until next Saturday, I guess, or I guess I should say before we go, Happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Happy Father's Day to you too, sir. Yep.
So everybody out there in the land listening, Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Hope you guys enjoy it, and then hopefully we'll see you guys back here next Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on the Metalheads Unite podcast. Until then, keep those horns held high. Jump in that pit anytime you can.
Have a great week, you guys. Thank you very much.